It's deeper than the
They watch.
deeper than the grind.
They hate.
I just wanna know what's on a
Then
real
they
man's
copy.
mind. Yeah. I ain't trying to guess you, stress you, or finesse you. Petty red just wanna bless you. See what's really in your mental. Not the armor or the mask that you wrestle, but that inner voice that whispers when it's gentle. Got my ears wide, heart open, no shade, so focused. No judgment in this room, you can express your pain. Tell me what it's like to carry all that weight. Be the rock, the leader, but still feel the strain. Talk to me, king, I ain't here to fix, just here to stop, soaking every bit. You ain't gotta rhyme it or keep it slick. I'm listening deep, I wanna hear what makes you tick. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening. Let him speak truth, no fear, no imprisoning. Open space, real talk, red, just vibing here. Trying to know the heart that beats beneath the man's skin. Yeah, I just wanna know your mind. Every corner, every climb. You ain't gotta hide behind, just let it go, take your time. Tell me about your fears and flaws, your hopes and desires. Did your past teach you silence or teach you to clutch? What do you dream when the world ain't tough? What do you need when strong ain't enough? Where's the joy that you bury in the grind? What fears dance in the back of your mind? Who taught you love? Who taught you war? What's the wound you still trying to ignore? You ain't soft for expressing what's inside. That's king energy, that's real pride. Petty red ain't scared of your tears or your cries. I'm here to witness, not just ride. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening, not by pushing, pressing or conditioning. The space sacred, this bond glistening. Truth in your tone, I find strength in it. Yeah, I just wanna know your soul, not just what you control. This ain't no casual stroll. I'm here for the truth, yeah, the whole truth. No interruptions, no should have said. Just say it raw, say it how it's in your head. You ain't gotta bleed, just speak your mind. I hold the story, every word you said. So when you ready, I'm still here. A woman with ears that don't just hear. I build temples with your truth, cause knowing you, that's the proof. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening.
Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibes are always positive. Now, child, listen, there's a little disclaimer, okay? All views and opinions are not the views of the host. This is a space for all to share their views respectfully and on topic, baby. If you are triggered or bothered by someone's opinions or thoughts, address them directly. Do not come for me, child. There is no censorship here unless you are targeting someone personally with the intent of being messy and rude. Let me be clear. We are here to understand all thoughts, views, and address the topics or questions that are being asked. I want to keep the conversation going to gain understanding from all men and women, respectfully. Now, let's start the show, baby.
You ain't gotta bleed, speak. Just speak.
Happy birthday!
all of that. We can't hear none of that. We couldn't hear none of that. Everything you
said whatever monologue you went on, diatribe.
Oh my
We
God!
ain't hear none. Damn, we ain't hear none of that. What you say? What you say?
I said, welcome to Real Lipstick Vibe, where the vibe is always fun.
Happy birthday, sis.
Y'all
Your
didn't say
birthday.
nothing in the chat or nothing. Lord have
We
mercy.
did. We in the private chat. Look. We in the private chat. Look at
Oh,
that. Lord Jesus.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Lord Jesus.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Blueprints to
Salute.
and coming through. And look, that's what I texted. Celebrating with me for my 50th birthday. So thank you guys for coming through. We're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna trigger the men's. Yes.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Happy
trigger.
birthday, sis. The
Thank
big
you.
5-0. The big 5-0. How you feel?
I feel the same.
Lord Jesus. You feel the same, y'all.
I feel different,
She don't feel no different.
I'm trying. Keep them closing, because OG's watching now. You
Okay.
can't be on the screen naked when
Salute OG Pops.
Daddy's watching.
I mean, it's your birthday suits would be acceptable, right? It's your birthday.
I mean, shout out to Kevin Samuels, collarbones showing. Yes.
Salute.
Kevin Samuels, yes, collarbones. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let me bring up the rest of my guests, and then we'll get through all the formalities. As y'all know, brother is here, and then what's your name? City Boy. Oh, we got City Boys in the house. Thomas Legacy.
City Boys up. What up, Thomas?
Happy birthday, Pretty Red. Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. And we got my dear friend Nino Black is in the house.
Nino.
And then we have our favorite, one of my day ones in the house. Uncle Ricky is in the house.
Salute. What up, Unc?
Hello. Happy Earth Day, you pretty thing. How y'all doing? What's popping, fellas? How y'all doing, bros?
What up, bro?
Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all?
Salute, Nino.
And of course, we got the Portugal Menace.
The prodigal son.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Today, nobody. If anyone call her sexy red like we usually do, we get banned for 24 hours.
Yes.
How are you doing? How are you guys doing, friends?
What's good, Patty?
What's up, Patty? What's up, y'all?
So
Bad take.
I mean, you guys got drinks? Because this live, you're gonna need some drinks. Because
I can drink.
you go.
I got you, Fatty. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Am I good? Am I good today?
I can drink because I have a mask.
There you go, the mask.
You know I have a mask because this shit hurts. Can you put me on the big screen?
Oh, your tooth. You took it out?
Dang.
Oh,
Patty, what
that's
happened to
crazy.
your tooth?
He's out.
Like he beat up Batman.
You said it's out?
Like he's out.
Oh, they took it out?
This was a cheap tooth that
I thought you had to wear the thing for a couple of months for.
No, I have it. I have but I'm
partial. Yeah.
I'm going outside without the tooth. I'm going to the gym without a tooth. I'm living only on the internet.
Hey, Fatty, you know what's so crazy? My daughter, she chipped her tooth. I took her to the dentist today and got the filler. It filled in the other part, so it looks normal.
But that's what happened to me. They filled it like a veneer, and it lasted like 30 years. But the thing is, because the tooth is cheap, it started becoming weak. So the bone was flaring my gums because it was so weak. Like the dude literally said, I said, do we need to do something egregious? He said, no, it's literally loose. Do you want to see it? He literally got the appliance, did it, poof, and it literally came out like a tooth like this.
Wow.
So now I have to wait for my gums to heal, and then in 4 months we do the implant. And there's there's another powwow that is gone because man, life is kind of funny, right? You solve one problem, something breaks.
Yeah,
You solve that problem.
That's how it goes.
Every time. Facts.
Something
thing that they don't tell
will
you.
find a way to spend your money. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
the adult life, that's the fuck. Like you think you got to the end of the game and they say, nope, back to the drawing board.
That's why I just spend my money before everybody else get it.
Damn,
I swear to God, I need to start doing that.
I beat you to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Beat you to the punch.
You're not going to take my money. I take my money.
The longer your money sit, the longer your money sit, the more stuff happens.
Yeah, nah, y'all are preaching facts. Sis, what's the latest at the Harris house? I got this bee nest, fellas, on the roof of my house. Shit is huge.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
That's some good honey right there. That's some good honey.
That's gonna be something. But like y'all said, man, it's always something. So just keep your head up, keep pushing and be prepared. You know what I mean?
And Red, when you can, before you start the show, can you check your DMs on Discord, please? Just, I need some direction.
Damn. Book a session. Book a session, Fatty. That's crazy.
Hey, we kick Red actually is one of the few that can compete with us on AI, but we're going to kick her ass very soon.
Yeah, her shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, her shit. I'll be saying
while I'm on my
shit on TikTok.
While I'm on my birthday vacation, I have 2 classes that I'm taking. I don't know, Patty.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Fatty, I was about to book a session with you, but Sexy Red shit, y'all like looking.
Wait a minute.
He said it. I knew it. He said it. He's blocked for a whole day.
Oh no!
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
He said it. I knew somebody's going to, because the thing is not even. It's like
I said, Miss Pretty Sexy Red. Y'all missed it.
Uh-oh.
You changed it
pretty.
now.
Here we go.
That's that day. I was there, Miss Pretty Red, very pretty red.
Yeah, and you missed it because it's not pretty, it's petty. So double.
What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
Wait a minute, Fred. I'm sending you the
Damn.
This motherfucker came back just to double down and lose another day. Sometimes you just need to.
Hey, Petty Red, I need you to your credentials too.
What?
You can read between the lines.
Nope.
I got you. I'm sending you.
Diesel is going to be mad about this.
What's going on? What's happening?
I ain't like that. What y'all talking about, man?
Why is not like that? It could be like that. Why you denying yourself from happiness?
He's Jerry.
You don't want to be happy, Thomas? That's crazy.
Let's
We're
go.
going to turn my volume down.
It's not like that.
Y'all acting up too much.
Man, that's not like that.
All right, guys. Look, so y'all know what the goals are for my birthday: 10 memberships and $150 for the birthday fund. And I think I got it right this time, brother. I think I got it right. Let's go. Let's see.
Don't forget to support the Paper Towel Fund on Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes.
Shout out to my son, Caleb.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That was nice.
What up, Caleb?
Oh my god! And my son is about that. Yeah, he's a little bit taller than the AI. Yeah, but he is that. He's a big boy.
He in the sports?
6'3", 6'3" and a half. Yeah, 6'3" and a half and 300 pounds. I got a big one. I don't know how, but I got.
You better hide him.
That's all that food.
You're right. You better hide him from Cammy because she has a.
Oh, boy, wait a minute.
Wow.
As soon as he said 300 pounds, she was like, "Ooh wee."
Ooh wee.
I don't. Yeah. My son, he likes vanilla. Don't tell Dr. Umar.
Oh, wait a minute.
I said, close them doors.
Damn.
Don't tell Dr. Umar, y'all.
No bunnies forever.
I'm working on him. I'm working on him.
Do you guys really have a problem with that?
With what?
With the snow bunny shit?
No, not at all. Not at all. If that's what you.
Can you be pro-black and they out?
No, I don't know about all that. I don't know if I agree with that.
You don't think about it like Dave Chappelle.
Pro-black.
I think you can.
But the thing, like Dave Chappelle, he dated, like he impregnated the mother of his kids, his wife. He's Asian. He's not pro-black.
I think he is somewhat. I think he's more moral. I think he's more morals and principles than pro-black.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because he walked away from 50 M's. So
because of the like, and he justified because they wanted to do to him what they do to all the black comedians coming up.
Facts, they did. Yeah, he won't time to go. Yeah,
like trying to make you do some shady. So like this, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be because they wanted him to leave in Blue Streak. They wanted him to leave the prison when he's getting snuck out as a prostitute, but he refused to do it. That's why Martin snuck him out like in his regular clothes, but they wanted him to sneak him out as a prostitute.
What are we talking
about? I don't know. I'm lost.
Dave Chappelle. I don't know about the story, but talking about Dave Chappelle because he's.
Oh, okay.
They said that he refused 50 million because they were kind of trying to turn him. Okay. Like the gay roles and the dresses and all that.
Right. And that's when I follow up and I said, and I've seen in Blue Streak when he was being let out, snuck out the jail. They wanted him to be snuck out as a prostitute and he refused. That's why in the movie you see him being snuck out in regular clothes.
So, guys,
yes,
you know what we want to talk about tonight, right?
Sure.
So
no.
So last week, we did What About the Men series right now because a lot of women, they always come in my chat and in my comments, especially Travel One. Shout out to Travel One.
Oh my! You listen to that crazy lady. You listen to that crazy lady. Hey, petty rats! I know this is your channel, and you run it the way that you want to run, but the black man is out of order.
That's a gay man. I keep trying to tell you.
The black man is out of order.
She's like, well, what about the men though? What about the men though? So I said, you know what? I want to do some segments on What About the Men though. So last week we did. Not last week, but the last episode we did this.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
Y'all was out here slut making.
No comment.
I'm trying to tell you, no.
Y'all was out here slut making.
No, she was a slut when I met her.
How can one man make a woman a slut?
Not just one
man. I'm just one person. How can I fuck a million woman? Like if I fuck a million woman, how many sluts is I created? 0. They only have one. They have only one body. I don't have the power to create nothing.
But Fatty, the women are saying that it's your fault that they are whores. Okay?
And since when we listen to what women say?
Exactly.
I thought it was 1925.
Exactly.
Damn.
Now, because promiscuous women, they don't start being promiscuous in their 20s. They don't start about 13, 14, 15. So by the time they get in their 20s, they are already motherfucking NASCAR around the block. So, how's the man's fault at that point?
Even better, these women that come from good families and have good daddies, go ask what they were doing in college as soon as the daddy was 300 miles away. It doesn't matter.
I beg your
pardon. They decide if they want to be yours or not. No.
I mean, that's a good place to decide. I would rather she decide in college than decide on the block or decide in prison or decide.
What difference it makes?
Most good stories start with in college. In college, ... So to make it sound like it's a bad story, that's where you get knowledge at. Even if it's, knowledge of being a whore. But, I get what y'all saying about y'all don't make these women whores, but what about the 4 guys that treated her just like you, fucked her and left her? Now she's a whore.
There's
You
a
don't
problem.
think you got nothing to do with that?
No,
He said we got.
She shouldn't fuck nobody. She shouldn't fuck nobody before.
Right.
She should date it like Mr. E said and Miss She said dated. First, I figured out if I like you, and then if I actually like you, we fuck. Now she decided to fuck them, and then figure out if they like her or not. Don't fuck nobody that you don't like, and make sure that they like you back. It's very simple to do. It's not rocket science, right? So it's not the responsibility of the man.
And they obviously don't teach rocket science in college, obviously.
and there's some nuances to that. Some of them probably been essayed by their uncle. And I heard stories of them being essayed by such and then they turn promiscuous after that.
Minority or majority?
That's
very minority.
Exactly. So let's stop using that.
Hold on, let me hold on, Uncle Rick. You got. I was giving context to it. I said so. There's some minute cases where people would say that, but for the majority, they are making these decisions. You know what I'm saying, Uncle Rick? Like they're making these.
I appreciate that. I got you.
They making these conscious decisions.
It's all conscious decisions except the first time. You see what I'm saying? I hate the fact that everybody want to use the trauma as an excuse, right? Let's put it like this, right? I don't want to personalize it, right? But let's say if a man SA someone's daughter, right? But he was SA, it ain't no excuse for him, is it?
Nope.
No,
because right, even though he went through that trauma, he should be grown and adult enough, right, to understand that shouldn't make him, correct?
Yep.
So
that's the point I was making. That's the point I was making. That they are trying to that's the minority cases. They may try to they'll use that, but that's like I said, that's minority. And the majority of it, these are conscious decisions that they want to make. Nobody's forcing them.
Right. I jumped in too early. My apologies.
Yeah, you good. Nobody's forcing them. This is what they want to do. So it's not on the man because men, what do they always say? Women control access to sex. Right? Mm-hmm. So if a woman says no, for normal, sane men, you ain't getting none. I ain't talking about the creeps or the predators. If a woman, my wife say no, you gotta live with that.
And
so if they're saying, go ahead.
In the majority of cases, when a woman says no, men don't pursue further.
That's it. Yeah.
How can let's hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Watch this. So it's men that's married to women that's in sexless marriages. Aren't their wives saying no?
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So even in like I say, the extreme case of a marriage where you were supposed to belong to me and me to you, if you tell me no, I still can't pursue. So what make y'all think, the honest to God truth, right? What make y'all think that these essays and these grapes is going on at a large scale out in the public?
0.1%. 0.1%. Abortions by those make up less than 1%.
How much you about to get?
Less than 1%. But that was the main talking point for rights. Well, what if this happened? 0.1%. Incest and rape combined, 1.2%.
It's the minority. It's
like it doesn't happen every day. But 97% of deletions that took place were due to consensual sex. So that should tell you enough.
Do you know you're a little whore? You might not say you're a whore, but you is one.
Oh, Pam, your name. Pam.
Oh, we want to get
that was a crazy. The timing, I don't know if the time is right.
Yeah, that's
right. So we talked about that the last time because we did it on the next show. So we got a crisis going on, men. The feminization of boys.
Man.
Men, right? And so we hear this thing where we say that women cannot raise men, right? And so the women are turning it around and blaming it on the men. That boys are
No.
And feminized, you know. So
women don't do that. Women don't blame men. What are you talking about?
So they said, what about the men? It's your fault.
Petty Red, every sassy ass boy that I see at the mall, cornrows, earrings, looking sassy as hell, there was no man around. Every time I'm going, I see a sassy ass little boy whining.
What the?
Thomas!
Dang.
That's crazy.
These joints wild. She's laying the balls on me today. God,
right.
dang.
What's going on?
Thomas!
What you did?
I don't know what I did.
Can we work our way into the conversation?
Yes, ma'am. That's crazy. Hey, it's your birthday. I ain't gonna say nothing.
It's my birthday. Okay. Let's look now.
I'm just here so I don't get
any other day you get a whooping. You deserve a whooping on any other day.
Oh, we.
I know. I'm being bad today. Where's my birthday? All right. So people, don't forget to hit the Cash App.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Share the video.
Share. We're about to have some fun. So we're going to talk about the feminization of the boys is rising. So are men the blame? That is the first round. Okay. Because the ladies say y'all always blaming things on the women, on the mamas. It's your fault. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a clip for you guys to watch.
Hey, my love bugs. So this is the Saturday fit check. I have on black and white.
Hey, excuse me. You look really confident.
Yes.
What makes you confident?
My confidence.
Where does your confidence come from? Who do you credit your confidence to?
I don't know, really. Just, I guess the shit that I've been through, you know, makes you confident.
Can you share one of those?
Homosexual.
Some point. Huh?
Are you homosexual?
A what?
I'm homosexual.
What's that?
So Jay, I got something to tell y'all.
What?
I cannot be gay anymore.
Okay.
You know why? I have a girlfriend now. And she's ready to fucking everything.
So gentlemen, when you hear the words feminization of the boys, do you guys just think only sexual, emotion, style, behavior, or something deeper? What do you think when you hear feminization of boys? And what do you think about the first clip we just watched? Let's start with Thomas.
I ain't gonna get no clips in my when I'm talking. Am I good?
Get no clips. Go ahead. Let's
go. So basically, you hear stories about grown boys and grown men coming home, coming out the closet, and the dad is irate. The dad is irate. The dad ain't going for it. He don't like it. So I'm gonna stand by my. This right here is solely on the women because they want the man. They raise them boys to be feminine, to think like a woman, act like a woman, talk like a woman. And when there's no man around to get that masculine authority around, this is what happens. So my take is there's a disconnect between the dynamics between mom and the dad, how their sons are coming out like this. I'm gonna land my plane.
Okay. Nino? You on mute, Nino?
My bad. I guess what I think about feminization, I guess the way they dress and mannerisms comes to mind. As far as who fault it is, I mean, it's obviously the women's fault because they didn't basically took all the power away from the man and ran him out the house. You know, I don't really see a lot of men not trying to be there for their children or whatever. And even when they are there, I mean, they don't have any really real control, in my opinion. Most of them don't. Anytime if they try to take control, the woman could just easily leave. So kind of like you got to kind of go with what the woman is saying and what they want, and they kind of pushing the alphabet community agenda, and I guess it's taking over with the boys or whatnot.
Uncle Ricky,
ma'am.
You want
what? Yeah. Oh, what? Look. I'm old school, right? I understand what this is, right? You destroy the man, you take away the ability of a nation to war. You destroy the man, you take away a nation's ability to war. Right? Again, how I look at this, especially when it comes to the parenting, that are the mothers that impart that into their sons are so far away from nature, it's ridiculous. Right? Think about what a young boy had to see in his life to adopt that type of lifestyle. What was his mama doing? We know the daddy wasn't there. Right? And even if he was there and the daddy allowed this without ostracizing the child, especially when they grown, you can't do that in my house. I'm just keeping it being with y'all. You can once you grown and you get out in the world, whatever you do is what you do, but you can't do that in my house. But aren't these the men that women, the modern women say now that are more capable than the masculine man? Aren't these the men that they say that the masculine man, the old school dudes that follow the patriarchy and masculinity, right? These are the men that we haven't evolved to. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to see Professor Xavier. I don't want no mutant genes. I don't want none of that. I'll stay right where I'm at.
Okay. Fatty?
I don't know what's there to be done about it. People are gay. People don't like it. Let them get themselves out of the gene pool and move along. That's all that is. And I think there's a difference between being gay and being flamboyant. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between I am attracted to a person of the same gender and that's my whole identity, right? That's the whole thing I do is the rainbow flag and the dress and the perspire, like the way of talking. I think most of people are more concerned with the second part than with the first, because gays are always going to be around us. The flamboyant part, not extreme, but the eccentric part, I think is the part that is kind of people want to go get back inside of the lamp because they're not used to seeing it. But I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion because, like I said, if you don't like what Magic Johnson's son is doing, he's going to, like, he's acting himself out of the gene pool. He's not going to reproduce. So your problem will be solved sooner or later. Anyway, so it is what it is.
Okay, brother.
Yeah. You know that's no bueno for me, sis. Feminization of our boys, I believe, it's a real thing. and we all kind of play a part in it. The women, absolutely, but us as well, society as well. We kind of perpetuate women. We don't hold them accountable. We can't talk to them how they need to be talked to. Like, it's more opportunistic to be a woman. So when I kind of weigh it all, put the food in there, it's like it's not coincidence that mostly everybody got one gay child. It is nuts. But when we celebrate these chicks, they aspire to become them again. I think acceptance, and when you know, don't say nothing about it, that shit becomes advertisement. Now these boys want to be girls. Like we say, the women leading the households, and these women are the leaders of the community, and they the backbone and all of this. Like, they hear that shit. And then they look at the other side. You got to be responsible and show up every day and go to work when it's raining, and everything falls on you, even when it's not your fault. Like, I'd rather be a girl too. That's what they think. So I'm not surprised at all at this shit. I think it's atrocious. And I think they adopt the worst characteristics. I see positive women. I sit around you and my wife all the time. Y'all growing plants and nurturing things. They don't adopt those characteristics. I see them niggas shaking ass and Don Julio'd up. Like, they adopt all the horrible characteristics of what they think a woman is. And it's because women don't get checked for this shit. Niggas actually like celebrate this shit and say they could do what they want and all that. Like, no, they can't. Because that shit will become advertisement. And now we got boys thinking they girls. And that shit is a shame.
So my question is, because especially in the Black community, a lot of our young men are being raised by single mothers, right? So the pushback will be, well, you men left the boys to the feminine. You left the boys in feminine energy. The men are not providing masculinity for the boys to find their identity with the men. So what do you guys say about that when you get that pushback? Well, you guys are not there. Men are not. Your father's not there. What would be the pushback for that?
Well, Miss Petty Red, this is another thing, and one thing what I don't like to use as examples as celebrities like Dwayne Wade and Magic Johnson, because they're in the public eye and they got a lot of sponsors, they got a lot of deals. So if they was
niggas
to come
is
out,
human and they horrible humans. The fuck?
Right, stop they start coming.
That, B. These celebrity niggas is worse than us, B.
No, can I finish what I'm saying?
You sure can.
I got you.
I apologize.
I got you, bro.
I get kind of passionate when
I got you. No, the reason why I'm saying that is because they, even if they wanted to disown it, if they was disowning the public eye, the rainbow community, their wives, they'll come under attack. So them noodlebacks, they got to go along with it because they don't want to come under attack in the public eye. May lose endorsements, la. But when it comes down to what you said, Petty Red, see, this is the thing. A woman can choose her happiness over her family. Mm-hmm. And she can leave her marriage and her family for her happiness. And I'm not going to sit here and say what the man. There's multiple reasons why a man is not there with the family. But let's just say that he chose his happiness over the family. He left because he chose his happiness. He might have chose his peace. Maybe they wasn't hit. Maybe she ran him out the door. I just refuse to believe that he just went to the store and just never came back. There's always a reason for something. All these just out the blue, random, he's not around. Because that's the story you don't hear. That's the part you don't hear. All the facts and evidence leading up to the dad not being there. There's multitudes of reasons. But the only thing you see is the dad's not around. Well, there's a reason why the dad's not around. And maybe a lot of times the kids will understand why the dad's not around once they grow up and start seeing it for their own selves. So for the dad not being around, if women can use not being around for their happiness, I don't think a man should be shamed for not being around. Because unless he just stepped out the door and said, I'm abandoning my responsibilities, which normal men don't do, average everyday men don't do. You want to talk about that 5-10%? Go ahead. But I think that the men's not around. Maybe it's because it's too much drama and stress where he's at. Still don't stop him from loving his kids.
Anybody?
Look here, goddamn it. Y'all
Go ahead.
What? Hey, it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. I'll take it. Look, I'll give you that. It's the man's fault. I'll take it. But I thought y'all didn't need no man.
No, hey, let's go. Tell him, Rick.
I thought the kids didn't need no daddy.
Right.
Right.
I'm the mama and dad. Father's Day, they celebrating themselves too.
I'm arguing with you on Facebook because you saying Happy Father's Day and you a lesbian. Again, listen to it. Hey, Sean, my shit is circular because it's true. Right?
That's a fact.
Y'all need to pick a fucking lie. You bitches. I'm gonna call y'all what y'all are. You bitches need to pick a fucking lie. Either the man ain't shit, he's not necessary, you don't need him around, he's a dead weight if he's not doing what you want him to do, or the black man is so important that you got to keep him around, even if he fucking around on you, even if he on bullshit, even if he not the man that you want him to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the man when he nutted in you, right?
Right.
Oh, but Sean, I'm so smooth with it, my boy. Hey, Thomas. Hey, you so laced up, my boy. They don't know what to say. Like Thomas walk in and he step out that Benz, them panties drop.
We irresistible, boy. Rick. We irresistible.
The black man is irresistible.
Let's go.
Okay, yes, y'all are. Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
The black man is irresistible, right? Until you have a kid by me, right? And I tell you to get right. I'm irresistible till I tell you, give me my fucking son. Right? Either the black man is important or he's not. Pick a fucking lie, you bitches. And you niggas too.
I mean,
wake up, bitch. You is a dumb hoe.
Anybody else? Because I got a clip for y'all. Mm-hmm. Anybody else on that one? Anybody else had something to say? Rick dropped the mic on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Dropped the mic on that one. So, some of you guys touched on what I want to say.
Petty Red, 1 second. I got a family emergency. I'm coming back though. I got to take care of something right quick.
Okay, no problem.
Be safe, bro. Be safe.
Yeah. No, I'll be back though. I just got a family emergency right quick.
Yep.
All right.
Safe.
So some of you guys mentioned the what's his name? The Wade guy or whatever.
Dwayne
Wade and his son and the Magic Johnson and stuff like that. So that brings me to my next set of questions. Are the men confusing the boys? I got a clip I want y'all to watch. This one kind of triggered me a little bit because I don't like this, but anyway, I gotta play it.
You know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did.
She is the child of Dwayne Wade, but she was sued by her biological mother just because she is no longer a son. Zaya Wade, 18 years old this year, was born into a family of basketball superstars, but she did not choose to take the traditional path. In 2020, Zaya publicly came out as a transgender person. Her father, Wade, and stepmother, Gabrielle Union, fully supported her. They not only spoke out to support her, but also helped her submit legal applications to officially change her name and gender. But her biological mother strongly opposed it, angrily denouncing it as a farce of minors being manipulated. She even filed an objection to the court, and the relationship between mother and daughter was almost broken. On one side is the family split, and on the other side is the online abuse. But Zaya did not retreat. She devoted herself to the LGBTQ plus advocacy movement and joined hands with her father to launch the Translatable platform. In 2023, she officially became a model and appeared on the Miu Miu show. Some people say she is brave, while others say she is just a victim pushed to the forefront. Do you think this is really her own choice?
My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Don't mess up that makeup, Jabba. Look down, let him cry. Oh, he's crying. Oh my God. Oh, you made him cry. Wait. Let's let him fall on the floor. Let him fall. Let him fall on the floor. Oh, poor baby. Hurry up. I know my son is going to fall. Hold on. It gets so hard, honey. Get it on. Yes. Look up. Oh, Mello's crying. That was my man. He didn't know his pops was going to be there. He's crying. This is monumental. Beautiful. I know. I'm so crying. Oh. Oh. All right, come on. I need pictures. Excuse me. I love the candidness. Let him know. Let him. Let's go. Okay. Need the emotion.
I just saw your son down the street and he had on a full face of makeup.
What? Where did he get it?
He said he got it from his Aunt Doris.
I told him not to wear that stuff. She wears that cheap crap. It's going to break his face out. I told him I would take him to Ulta.
I'm going to say it since won't nobody else say it. It is not a hate crime that some people just not okay with the gay stuff. Like, I respect those people who just not okay with it, don't like it, don't tolerate it, and really don't want you around them. I could respect that because I don't ever want to be in a room where I'm not accepted or you don't want me there. So a lot of y'all people that be running around and so upset as if people just supposed to welcome us with open arms as if what we doing is normal, I'm here to say it's not. And that's okay. I understand that it's not okay for some. But as long as you respect me enough to allow to up front say I don't tolerate that. I could respect that more. I could respect that more because I want to protect me. I don't ever want to put me in an uncomfortable situation, so thank you for letting me know. Y'all get y'all panties in a bunch when people tell y'all or say their opinion on how they feel about things or if they dislike something. It's okay. Everybody don't have to like what you do.
So Thomas made a comment about the father's not accepting and being, I don't want my son to do this. But it seems like it's now more on the rise where fathers are more accepting.
What do you do exactly? Do you excommunicate him like John Wick?
Mm-hmm.
Do we throw him down the river? Like, what do you do? I have the same position that I have with us complaining about women being hoes. It's done. Why does it bother you?
For you, it's done. For somebody else, it's not. Here's the thing. If my son was a drug dealer, I wouldn't fuck with him. If my daughter was a prostitute, I wouldn't fuck with her. If he was a serial killer, I wouldn't fuck with him. So if I don't rock with it, like he said in the video, people don't rock with that shit, B. But what's funny is people rock with hoes, people rock with booty hole brown, people like it depends, let them get divorced and nobody stays together forever. It seems like people are with all the fuckery, but when somebody says, yo, I ain't with something, that's not respected.
All the things that you mentioned are those actions have victims, right? Me selling drugs, me gang banging, me all those actions that you said is actually there's somebody that is going to be on the other side of whatever I'm trying to do.
No, but it's all voluntary on both sides.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's not.
is. Yes, it is. If a person is a prostitute or a whore, she chose to be that, and a trick choose to be a trick, right? If a person is on drugs at one time or another, they made the choice to put that shit in their arm, right, or smoke that shit. It's a choice.
But we are not talking about the person buying it. We're talking about the person selling it.
Right, but you gotta come from my standpoint. I believe everybody's sexuality is a choice.
Yes. So the question is, should we care if Nino decides to go down the streets and buy some drugs?
No. It's not even about caring. I hear what you're saying, right?
I'm saying like I'm being pragmatic, right? These issues exist in society.
Yes.
Women are hoes, men are becoming feminine, women are bisexual in mass, families are not together. I respect people like y'all that actually take the time of the day and the effort to try to correct society. But on a pragmatic way, how do you stop this? And the question is kind of you don't. Because just like this woman being promiscuous until they find you at 31 and trying to marry you, by the time you tackle these situations, the genie is out of the bottle. Like there's nothing you can do other than, in my opinion, try to make sure that this kid is not doing some dangerous shit to himself or deleting himself, all that. But if my son comes in and he starts to be flamboyant and all that, I'm not going to push him and
but he's doing
say,
something dangerous to himself.
I'm going to have to love him the way he is because he's not hurting nobody.
Yeah,
he is hurting somebody. He hurting himself. So HIV is not a problem.
You can if I have HIV,
yeah, colon damage and like all that shit that comes with all that booty stuff. That's not a problem in our society. Hepatitis and all of that shit. That's not a problem.
No, the STD rates are, but these people are like, how do you know that like, if I'm a Dennis Rodman, right? Mm-hmm. I'm feminine on the outside, but I'm fucking bitches. Is that a problem?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely a problem. Because we can't treat Dennis Rodman any different than we would treat somebody that came home from jail and had sex with a woman. Like we're just bringing awareness that all of this fluidity is out here, and all of the fluidity is going to lead to problems. That's the only, nobody's trying to correct society. Again, we know promiscuity is always going to be. It's the people who define themselves through sex. Again, a lot of people don't listen all the way to the end. When you say I can be married because somebody wanted to fuck me, or I'm a dime because somebody fucked me, you're wrong. You're not. And what we're saying is when you define yourself with this shit, that's when you're wrong, because that's not what defines a person. And homosexuality and butt stuff is dangerous, physically and societally. If everybody thought like that, there would be no.
Yeah, but there's a fallacy, because if everybody was a trucker, society would collapse. If everybody was a doctor, society
and that's
would
why
collapse.
Everybody's not a trucker, and that's why people
point.
promote
if everybody was gay, but
and have
not
jobs for
gay.
Other things. So
yeah,
promotion
the question,
and you
so what do we do? Like, what do we do with these people?
What do we do? We do exactly what we're doing now. We bring other perspectives, other points of view, people who say they don't fuck with it, and we have the conversation and we go from there.
And does that work?
It's working right now. We're having the conversation, right?
Nobody
Somebody will watch this, even if we change one person. Job done, sir. It doesn't have to reach a million people.
I respect
just one works.
I respect the effort, but nobody turned heterosexual after hearing somebody talk.
So
never in the history of mankind, nation is going to come in and say you shouldn't be gay, you should be hetero.
It's not about changing their
you know
mind.
what?
Their mind
Let me
is
throw my
already made
dresses
up.
away. I like women again.
What about the person that's impressionable, that's still trying to make their mind up?
Where are they?
The latchkey kid, the person that don't have no parents, no inspiration, because this is what the conversation is avoiding, the lack of inspiration of men. I get that we not in the house and whatever happened, but the fact remains we're not in the house. You can't inspire that child as a man when you're not even fucking around. So I get what everybody is saying. I'm just trying to bring a little bit of totality to the conversation and to make it again. This is going to be my theme for this series. You can't put your hands in the air and be like, I ain't got nothing to do with it, because you got a little something to do with it, B.
You kind of can, especially when you think you're wasting your time. If I'm preaching to these hoes, you guys need to stop being hoes. You need to stop being hoes, and every day stop being hoes, and they're not stop being hoes. The only thing that is making them stop being hoes is the third decade of their life, because now they are in panic and they need some kids. And I'm going to explain why being hoes might be bad, but they are not going to stop being hoes because they're hoes.
Right. I mean, but all you want to be able to do is say that you said it. It was said, because again, they always use plausible deniability and say, no one told us this. We didn't have the information. We don't have the examples. And when you give them the examples, this is,
they will still be hoes.
This is the energy you get.
I think when we're talking about we can't sit here like you said, Fatty, and preaching to the hoes that already made up their mind that they want to be a hoe. Okay. I think the issue is, if we don't address what the problem is with these situations, how are we able to help the babies that are coming up?
Yeah, but what you're going to do? Bring back the Scarlet Letter, chastity belts? Because you don't have no enforcement. You don't have no enforcement power. I know great fathers. I know great fathers and mothers that did their job absolutely. There was no influence on the private school that they had, great grades and all that shit. And these people just go ahead and eat college, and now they're going crazy. And there's nothing they can point out to that. So, daughter of the military general, daughter of the preacher, like she just wanted to do what she wanted to do. So that's what I'm saying. I admire the effort. I'm just saying nobody's going to change because they were lectured. Because if your daddy can get through it, Fatty on the internet surely won't.
So my point is this. So, for example, if there is a father that is absent from his child's life right now, and he's listening to the consequences and seeing it and saying, you know what, I think I need to step up my game with my son, because maybe he sees some things that the mother is doing that we're going to get into later. Then maybe I need to step up. So it's not for I always say, a lot of times when I'm talking on my shows and stuff, a lot of times it's not for the masses. It's just for that one person that it hits. You know what I mean?
Just to make sure that you're talking about, so you are saying that the man was a deadbeat dad that never wanted to take care of his kid, and all of a sudden he heard somebody preach on the internet, and all of a sudden says, you know what? I'm going to be a good dad.
It happens.
Okay.
They try to reach out. Well, let me try one more time. Let me make an effort just by listening to someone. Or
maybe all right. Maybe I'm wrong.
So I mean, it happens. I'm
not sure how much internet you watch, but I watch AM. AM said he had people that wanted to take themselves out, and based on his rhetoric, kind of did a 180. And a lot of influencers, I believe that's why the name is what it is. Like, there's influence in these words, in these programs. So I get that, it can be taken lightly, but sometimes a message can be, to get somebody through something. Like 2 days ago, my cat died, right, sis? Like, I was fucked up. Like, my cat, that's some shit. But watching a couple of shows, like, had me laughing. I call sis. Like, sometimes these little nuances, they get you through things, man. And it doesn't have to be super impactful. And it could just be a nugget that you carry or a ripple in the pond. But those things create waves, B. And, I get what you're saying, that, you admire the effort. But you said it so many times, I don't even know if I believe that. But the effort is where it starts at, B. Like, when you want to, you go ahead.
But the cases that you said, I can understand why you want to talk, because usually people that say they want to die, they are waiting for an excuse to leave. So me talking to them is actually pushing them in the direction they want to do it in the first place. They want hope, right? You like escapism. We are here having a conversation. The person is having a bad day, but now their day is actually now good because they got the chance to forget about their problems and realize, I believe in that. I don't believe you can change a hoe into a regular woman just with talking. I don't believe you can change a man that is highly feminine and flamboyant just by saying you shouldn't be do that. That's wrong. There's a different things, different categories. I think people are going to be in certain things. They actually want to be there, and they're not going. The only thing is going to stop them from being that is consequences. So we can compartmentalize certain things and say, I actually value the message because I say this to Ali all the time. I say this to Ali all the time. I appreciate Ali because you care, but what is the if Jesus can save these hoes? Why do you think you're better than Jesus?
Like
I'm saying?
The problem
I'm
I
cheating
have,
on Jesus. I'm saying, hey, shout out to Jesus. I appreciate the difference. Come on, man. Like people are good.
the issue I have is this. Now, if I'm being totally transparent, I don't care who you sleep with. It's not my business, right? I could care less. I got an uncle. He's been gay as long as I've known him. You know what I'm saying? What I hate is how they try to hide it like it's within their nature. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's natural that happens all the time. It's not. I don't care what nobody say. It's you choose who you want, who you sexually attracted to at the end of the day. You choose that. You choose who you have sex with. I don't care what's going on in your little weird head of yours, but you choose to lay down with a man or a woman. Now, how you got there, it could be a number of different ways. You could just believe that's what it is, right? You can believe that you can say you saw something or you was traumatized or whatever, but it doesn't matter. When the rubber meets the road and that situation arises, you choose to make that choice. Own it. Own your choice, right?
So
it's not within nature to be that.
I believe that is nurture and nature. Some men or some women they just like what they like. Like they don't train into getting aroused if they see a man or a woman. Some people are choosing their alternative lifestyle. Absolutely, they're going out of their way. Like women that never were gay, they go to woman-only schools or WNBA, and all of a sudden they engage into a lifestyle because it's abundant around them. But I believe that there's a lot of people that didn't choose to be gay. They're just gay because that's how their brain works. Because think about it. You can observe in nature, 98% of animals, you can observe homosexual behavior between them. And that shit was not taught. So you can tell me that a person learn how to like kids. That's ridiculous. Some people have so fucked up brain that for their trigger arousal goes for kids. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not. I don't believe
their brain is fucked up, right? Their brain is fucked up,
yeah.
right? Right, exactly. That's all I'm saying, right? Me personally, I think you should take most of those people's information and opinions with a grain of salt, because their brain doesn't process correctly. Y'all can call me what the fuck y'all want. I don't care. That's my belief.
Do we extend that to lesbians, for example?
Yes.
Yes, same thing.
Yes. It doesn't matter to me. Lesbians, gay, like I don't see why people find lesbians sexy. It's like watching two gay men.
I don't know if I agree with that. In principle, I agree with that, Ricky. But in practicality, no man or woman see two women kiss and say, yuck.
I try to be very principled. That's my problem.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think boys raised by single mothers unconsciously model femininity due to lack of male imprinting?
I need to look at studies because most of these guys that are flamboyant, at least for the public eye, they kind of have dads around. Actually, the first problem that people have is, why is the daddy allowing this? And we use celebrities because, like, why is anyone allowing this? Why Magic Johnson allowing this? Why? And the question is, maybe he didn't have, like, for the Zaire dude, it sounded weird the way that he got there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Magic Johnson kid, he was always like that. Every time he was out, like, oh shit, look at that 6'7" motherfucker. That's not a heterosexual man. You could see that.
Right?
So I don't know.
Again, none of us can know exactly what went on because we wasn't in the rooms. You understand what I'm saying? But if we look at the culture that he was raised in, Magic Johnson always kissing the dude, ain't he?
That's European culture.
No, answer the question, sir. Answer the question, sir.
Kissing on the cheek is gay, Ricky.
You want to kiss me on the cheek, fatty?
That's only thing I can.
You want to kiss me on the cheek, fatty?
Isaiah and Magic
because it's not your
crazy.
culture. No, Ricky.
Ricky. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I'm
so
not kissing fatty on the cheek. When I meet fatty in Portugal, I'm giving him a pound. I ain't kissing you on the cheek.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. I will adjust to your culture, right? But if you go around the world, for example, remember with that controversy where they were saying Tom Brady and his dad kiss on the mouth and all that?
That's gay.
That's regular around the world. That's regular.
That's gay,
it's
sir.
Cultural.
That's crazy.
That's
the mouth.
Yes. Tom Brady and his dad kiss on the mouth. That's regular.
I'm not kissing no man. Y'all can.
That's regular. Like if my dad goes on a trip on a vacation and I'm not going to see him for a while, I give him 2 kisses on the cheek.
Shout out to Poppy. So is the culture a learned behavior?
Yes, is
okay. Then let's move on.
No, but it is since the beginning of mankind, Ricky.
Right, but it's a learned behavior, though, right?
And remember, Ricky, Magic Johnson was the biggest playboy in Los Angeles for like 2 decades.
Don't care,
if
bro.
somebody was fucking bitches, that was Magic Johnson.
Booty and coochie, nigga. He was getting booty and coochie. Let's keep it clean.
Okay, these
just
men
like
will
Dwayne
go to
Wade,
hotel
getting booty and coochie.
Hey Ricky, this man will go to a hotel ever 17 some, but he's gay because he kissed.
And the 17 person and the 17 some will be a dude.
Damn, that's crazy. That's some stronger.
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read. You know what I'm saying? like we need to stay away from these niggas.
I don't know who y'all talking about. Who y'all talking about?
We're talking about Magic Johnson.
Okay. I was like, what are we
talking about? But back to it, right? Again, a lot of these people, again, it's about what you see and what you experience that make your mind go to a certain place. You see what I'm saying? No one ever wants to address that. Now, is there people that come and then you already think that? Sure, but again, it's still a malfunction, in my opinion.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Ricky, because
in my opinion,
I got a clip for you. I'm glad you said that. Because here we go.
When you grow up without a father, we're trying to please mom. So
let's do my 5-year-old's makeup. Okay, we're not actually doing his makeup, but we're doing a little something because he wanted to be like his mama. I did add some of my serum, but don't worry, guys.
What y'all got to say?
You know what I find wild? You keep playing these clips, and all I'm seeing is women putting makeup on little boys. But the show is trying to prove that somehow this is man's fault. But how? They're the ones doing it.
I know. But they want to blame you guys because you're not there. If the men is not there, they're because I put the question in a Facebook group, and a lot of the women were saying, well, if the men were present, this wouldn't have happened. These things would happen. This is not my opinion, of course. I'm just telling you how the women are.
So let me get this right. This is what society is saying. So no influence is greater than present influence.
You're right.
Is this what we agreeing to?
That's what they.
The argument. This absolutely.
So no influence, right?
Argument.
The person that's not there to teach you or to do anything, to give you any negative or positive enforcement, influence, anything is worse than a person that's there giving you an influence. Is that what y'all saying?
That's what they're saying.
So it sounds like mothers are just shitty at their job.
Yeah.
Let's go. Shitty mom gang.
Because I mean, it don't take rocket science to know that you're not supposed to be putting makeup on a little boy. I mean, whether the father's there or not.
Pick a lie. That's all I keep asking y'all to do. Patty, how long I've been asking to pick a lie?
For a while now, for a couple of years.
Which one is it? Absent. Hey, Sean, you remember my show, Absence is Abuse? How can I abuse you if I'm not there?
Right. Yeah.
Indeed.
How? How can our heart? What? Hey. Don't women say it's better that he gone?
I mean, that's what I hear. I hear I'm the mom and the dad, so
I guess they really mean I'd rather do bad by myself, huh?
But when it comes to the boys with the lipsticks and all that, let me ask you a question. With humans, we are biologically supposed to be a little smarter than animals based because we have the ability to reason. Like a shark or some animal that's hungry, they're not gonna know, oh, that's a human. Oh man, that ain't the food I want. They just so what I'm trying to say is if the animals can get it right, why the humans can't get it right? Like you never see another male dog trying to get behind another male dog.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
You do.
No.
It's not for sexual purposes. It's just the dominance thing. They're not actually trying to get stuck on a male dog like they would a female. Because you never seen two male dogs stuck together.
That's not the point. They try to fuck each other.
Okay.
No, okay. You have to show me some results of that. I never seen a lion. I never seen a lion trying to mate with a male lion, trying to mate with another male lion. A dog, a tiger.
I need to say this. 1 second.
A cat.
I need to say this.
Go ahead.
Respectfully, right? I don't give a fuck what y'all saw. Okay? I never saw a private jet. I know it exists somewhere. I never saw it. I'm broke, baby. I only saw regular planes. I never saw a private jet. I know somebody has a private jet out there. I never saw a mega yacht. I know. Probably I saw it. It's in Miami. But like, see what I'm saying? Just because you don't see something, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And if you actually go and check GPT and you see, do male dogs ump each other? Do male lions ump each other? How much is the percentage of animals that you can find doing any kind of homosexual behavior? You will find out that 98% of species fuck each other from the same sex. I don't know why. I don't know.
No, I'm not going for it.
I mean, if you read a little further, right, you probably would read the part that it will say male dogs hump each other for as dominance. It's not sexual. They're not trying to get in the dog's asshole.
Okay.
You know, it's just a dominance thing. It's this is research. So
if I fuck a man
beyond seeing it, it's what people's. It's what it's just like what you were saying about the two men kissing on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that as gay, but other people do. I don't consider it gay. I understand that's a European custom. Just because two men are kissing each other on the cheek doesn't mean that they're gay.
So if I fuck a man in prison to establish dominance, not because I'm homosexual, that's not gay.
But what I'm saying is, Fatty, they don't actually. They don't actually. No. They don't actually have sex. Is what I'm trying to get to.
No, that's
it's
got to be homosexual.
It's a fair point. I'm not going to sit up there and contradict myself. Or be a hypocrite. It's a fair point what Fatty's saying. It is a fair point. But again, is that the case with most people that nobody knows because none of us can get inside the head? Again, these are opinions. It's my opinion, right? But again, me personally, I don't believe that most people have sex to establish dominance. We're looking for pleasure. You see what I'm saying? And no matter what, whether you dominating or for pleasure, it's still fucking, is what Fatty's saying. So it's a fair point on both sides.
Yes, and he's right, because he's right about the dominance part, but they still fuck each other. That's what he's talking about. It's like your reason.
What I'm trying to get to him is the male dog never penetrates the other male dog. So
but that's what he says.
How they fucking each other?
Sometimes it happens. No, that's what he says here. Sometimes it actually happens. I trust both sides. I trust the side that might be poor dominance, but sometimes it actually happens. Remember when Ted's exclusives used to, I think he used to call woman or men bonobos. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the monkey that fuck each other all the time. That's why they call him bonobos, because the female monkeys keep fucking the female monkeys. He was calling the Priscilla squad bonobo monkeys because of that. Is it in society? Not penguins do that shit. Dolphins do that shit.
So Fatty, so when we get to, let's get to the science, biology, human, and based on the intent. And I'm not trying to move the goalposts. My thing is this. What's the definition of natural then?
Natural means you can observe it in nature. So I'm not saying it's normal, because normal is the normative. What is normal? Is heterosexual
normal?
Sex?
There you go.
That's the normal. Natural means that if you go on the wild, you will find instances where this happens, even though it's the minority. So gay people been written since we were writing in motherfucking walls with the hieroglyphs type to explain what the fuck are we doing here. This been happening in society. Lions fucking each other, gulls fucking each other, snails, spiders, like these things been happening in society, and there's no social conditioning. There's no man-made thing. I will agree with you that a lot of these people become this because it's trendy, because somebody influenced them.
It's more acceptable,
like, right?
Yeah.
But there are some people, and this is why I disagree with what Ricky said. There's a bunch of people that their brain is wired like that, because, like I said, there's no way you can tell me that the PDF file learn how to love a woman on that, or not a woman, a kid on that egregious way. You see what I'm saying? The repulse thing, right? Their brains work like that. They're broken. You have to do something about it.
And that falls under not normal, correct? It falls under not normal, correct?
It falls on the
go.
natural, not normal, because natural is found in nature. It's not normal at all, because you being attracted by a prepubescent child is something egregious that shouldn't happen. Your brain shouldn't be working like that.
So what about when we're talking about, because like on the clip you were showing how the women were impressioning the young boys. What about, like, you know, not take it out of them becoming gay or anything like that, right? But just not having any type of masculinity to them. They're effeminate. You know, they want to be flamboyant because they want to be like mama. And
because women, most people, including women, can't teach what they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach what you do not understand. You ever been in a training with somebody who don't know what the fuck they doing?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. This is my entire point, right? This is my entire point. If we all can look at the examples that's all around us and understand that this is not the way it should be going, why is it that, especially when it comes to men, right? Like I said, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all, right? Never ever have y'all heard Unc say, "I don't need no woman."
Right.
Never ever will y'all hear me say that. When y'all talk about my old lady, I tell y'all we to the ends of the earth. I can't see tomorrow without my old lady. You understand what I'm saying? Why is it so easy for women who can point out these things and put the blame on someone? Why do they treat their men so disrespectful? Why do they feel like men are throwaway? Right? When y'all know for a fact that these things, right? And again, shout out to Fatty. Let's just keep it honest. Some people gonna turn out that way, right?
That's a fact.
Some people gonna turn out that way, right? But when y'all see the examples in the majority that if they have certain inputs and certain stimuli, right, they have a better chance. Nothing's 100%. Right? If everything was 100%, all of us would play lotto and we probably see each other on the beach somewhere in Maui. Right? But you know, with these stimuli that you're going to get a better result. How can you say that man ain't shit, but at the same time it's your fault for what I'm going through? Yeah. Which one is it? Yeah. We as men have to admit that these women, look, bro, your girl don't know shit. Your girl, if she wasn't with you 9 times out of 10, or be in some fucked up situation, running off a goddamn cliff, bro. That's just the facts. A woman can never teach a man how to be masculine. It doesn't, nor will it ever happen, bro. Stop thinking y'all can raise these kids by yourself, because I'm telling you, you can't. Yeah. The ones that do, you're lucky. You're lucky.
Just like when you see like men and their wives die, the men, they got kids, quite a few kids and their wives died. They finding they finding the stepmama fast with help raising the kids. Like I think men naturally know like we need a woman around with the kids. Like we know that. Like we ain't about to. It's just nah. Especially when you got girls, you want them around. But see, the thing about it, what I think is, see, the reason why this is Uncle Rick, which is saying, why it happens like that. I believe that I'm just be honest. I think that most women look at men as according to service to them. I don't think they ever, because you gotta think about it. This is run it down. Most women, when they talk about they want this man, they want that man, they want this man, they want that man. These are my standards. You see it on the panels all day, on Fatty's panels all day. When they come on Petty Red and Ms. Heeshy, I hear clips all day. These outrages, these requirements. But the thing that's about these requirements is they substitute standards for preference. Because when you have a standard, like a standard for my company, and this is how we operate, that's where it is. You're not gonna, the company, and we're not gonna settle for nothing less. This is the standard, this is the quality of the company, and this is where it's at. But when you strip down their past, the standards that they usually have today is never anything that you can go back in their past and consistently see that this is what they upheld. They usually have dealt with everything that's not the standards that they set today. So they call it preference. So when they call these standards, these preferences, I want this man, it's all based on what they experienced from the past. And it's always the new man that has to do better, do more, be more than the last man. That's not a standard. That's a preference, because most women look at men as what can they do to service them. It's never about how can I be a service to the man. And if you sit down there and ask a woman, okay, for all this you require from a man, when you ask them, okay, as what you're giving this man the equivalent value of what you're asking for him, and 98% of the times, I love that word, 98%, the answer is no. Because in reality, ladies, no disrespect, but there's not really too much that you can give to a man that's really that great. It's like, we fuck with you, we're going to deal with you. Like it's not really too much that you can say that you're going to give to a man that you haven't already give to another man. especially the ones that already had kids. It's not really too much. The only one thing a woman can never give to a man she never gave to another man is a child. But a man can offer a woman marriage, something that most has never had. So when we look at it from that standpoint, it's kind of like the nerve to look at men as what they can be as service instead of making it cohabiting. Like making it, I'm a service to you, you're a service to me. We're doing this together. But most women don't see men like that, Uncle Rick. They see is, what can you do for me? How can you be better for me than what I was over here? And once they continue to have that mindset, I don't think they're ever going to look at men as anything more than a wallet, a dick, and what they can benefit from.
God damn.
Let me just close out my stream.
My bad, y'all.
No, it's fine. Friends, we're going to close out my stream. Come to this side and celebrate happy birthday. The redirect is on. So please go ahead and click on the redirect on top of the title. I appreciate you, Untouchables. Signing out. We're going to Red Show. Okay. Peace.
And make sure y'all don't forget to
support the Paper Towel Fund on Cash App. Red Lipstick Vibes.
Shout out to my son, Keela.
Whoa. Shout out to Kayla.
Shout out to nephew.
Miss Tierney, you gotta pick a side, Miss Tierney. God damn.
Wait, did I send money to
What's she say?
Miss Tierney, you gotta pick a side.
Did I send money to myself? I'm on the right place, right?
I don't know where you send money.
You were Theo. No, I'm talking about
the super chat to you.
Yeah, because I was saying that he was wrong, but then
So Tierney says there's a lot of women can pour into a man outside of sex and a child. Y'all act like nurturing and caring and patience and listening and encouragement is something a person's supposed to give.
Men can pay for that. Men can pay for that. They can buy them millionaires. They can buy a wife for a week of $15,000 a night, and they do all that nurturing, caring. Listen, old man do it all the time. He can buy that.
Well, what is she? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what she responded to. Maybe she was responding.
She responded when I said, "What can you actually give?" That you haven't already given. So she probably responded.
She lost me at nurturing.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like he can
they online too much to grow a plant. Who grew a plant lately? Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't nurturing shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's no equivalent value there. That's no equivalent value. It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's just the reality, y'all. That's just the reality.
The truth of the matter is, right? Besides the child that the woman can give and rearing the child, you're women. What y'all don't understand that if you were a decent man, you're a liability.
Yeah.
I
make your life better.
Facts.
I'm the thing that anchor your life when you out there fucking up money and everything else. I'm the man. I'm the fix it man. And here I stand with my tool swinging in my hand. Hey, now watch me work. Right? Because if I fuck with you, and this is what's crazy, right? How quick women take advantage of the men who really fuck with them. That really fuck with y'all. I mean, that really fuck with y'all. This man y'all pray for that'll love you through your sins. Y'all dog the shit out of him. Dog the fuck out of him. Right? But then when I put my toxic jersey on and step back in the game, you love me then, right?
Damn.
But Uncle Rick, the thing is, the last one or the baby daddy didn't have to do 2% of what's being required now.
That's because women build Frankensteins in their head. Sean gonna tell you, I talked about this already. They take a look. This is why I keep telling y'all, any woman that say she got standards then fumbled a good nigga already. You didn't fumble one already, because the only reason you can ask for that is because you saw it somewhere with some nigga you had that you was using and he left, right? Oh, he got to do this. He got to be able to do this. You got to have, because women don't move backwards. They would only do it when it's their fault and they don't want to tell nobody, right? Then they'll move back to the projects, right? When no other man to come and scoop them up and save them and shit. right? But what most women do is they take a little bit of every man that was good that they dealt with and put them into this Frankenstein monster, and now that's what you got to live up to. When none of them niggas was you.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's the audacity. Again, the nurturing and all of that, trying to make it sound like, you know, the women of 2025 is just these nurturing things, and it's not true. But to speak to the video and to bring it all full circle, it's the lack of celebration of men. Like, you got to tell mama her hair is nice and tell her that the food was good, but they don't celebrate men at all. They don't say daddy is important for anything. And this lack of celebration leads to this advertisement of the only thing that is celebrated, and that's mama.
Goes back to my point. That's exactly what it's all about. What's the service to them? It goes back to it goes to the original point, man. And men, we understand this. This the part that we understand this. And for me, I'm gonna speak for me because I can't speak for every man. What I'm saying is, ladies, we know there ain't no 100% perfect women. No 100% perfect woman exists. So we're realistic. We're not going to be looking for that unicorn woman in our head. But the main thing is the worst. Now we're not going to. But the thing that for me as a man is at least acknowledge our importance. Because if you walk around unappreciated and a man's in the house and you don't feel no appreciation, and like everything he does, he's supposed to do, is like the gratitude converts into entitlement. That's where a lot of women go wrong with men, especially because ladies, especially if he takes you on and you got kids and you've been in situations before, it's like the graciousness is out the window. It's like back in the 50s and 60s, a man taking on a woman when the husband died or whatever with the kids. She was so grateful. Like she was, oh my God, she worshiped that man. Now it's like going on the first date, you gonna order me food and my 3 kids food. And what? You want to deal with me? You got to deal with them too. It's just like the sense of entitlement has really gone to their heads. And I really just feel like, ladies, if y'all would just be a little more appreciative and stop feeling like you are so goddamn special and what you're offering is so goddamn special. It's going to be special to the man that you deal with, but you can't walk around there with every man saying that this is what I bring me. We don't care about none of that. We don't care about how much money you make. We don't care about that. Can you be our peace? Like literally, can you be our peace? We got to go out in the world every day. We got to put our lives on the line for the family. Ain't none of y'all getting up to check the security, somebody break in. We all going down there checking on that. We got to put our lives on the line in any situation. When things fall apart, we got to figure it out. We got to make sure we on our shit to make sure the bills are paid. We have to do these things. And for a man to do that consistently and then not even feel appreciated in his own home, then when he finds a woman that does appreciate it and sliding off of her, you act like the world's about to end. Just a little appreciation and a little humbleness will go a long way.
What do you guys think about Tyranny's comment?
I don't think she's talking about herself personally.
I think it's typical.
That's because young girls never had.
I don't care about what Tyranny has to say. She's not a trustworthy source.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's kind of the answer. I truly don't care because Tyranny will say what benefits her. She's literally what Thomas is talking about. She would say what benefits her all the time, every time. The person that literally said I chose I'm going to put kids on this world because then they will take care of me and buy me a house. Like this, she's just bold enough to actually tell it, but that's what women are doing.
The majority.
And it's fine. It's fine. You can say.
I mean, it is.
But we don't. It's again. You don't have to listen to women at all, because what they say doesn't go with how they move, and it's fine.
98's a stretch. 98.
Right?
90,
No,
90
yeah, that's the number. That's the word right there. Go ahead, Uncle Rick.
93. I'm gonna be fair. 93% of women don't know what the fuck they talking about.
No.
I'm just gonna keep it a bean with you, right? They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They say one thing. They say one thing about a dude, then they see a dude in public out in the wild, and he's smelling good in that energy, and then everything changed, don't it?
Uncle Rick, it's womanese. I got a master's degree in womanese, where I specialize and break it down what a woman says versus what they really mean. What a woman says out of her mouth, it's not what they really mean. I'm telling you.
Don't tell me that you the smartest thing on the planet, the greatest thing on the planet, and when I ask you what's for dinner, it take an hour to figure out.
Oh my God, I cannot.
Rick, you don't want to touch that food, man. They've been messing that up since the beginning of time.
Okay.
Uncle Rick, not an hour.
Why you asking me what's for dinner?
Not an hour.
Y'all liars, bro. All these females do is lie, bro. All y'all do is lie. Y'all, like I said before, y'all wake up thinking of a lie to tell, bro. Thinking of a lie to tell, knowing if you ain't have a man in your life, you would be.
Yeah, the indecisiveness is the indecisiveness is it is outrageous because
stop, bro. All y'all looking for every woman that's heterosexual is looking for a man to save her ass. Every single one of them.
Hey Ricky,
every single one of them.
I went to the same college that Thomas went to learn womanese, and I got straight A's, and I still don't understand woman. So why even bother? Like women are not logical. You are going to learn something that is not going to be applicable because you can control their feelings. Women are not to be understood; they are to be suppressed. Yeah. And I'm going to use that word suppress for a reason, because I believe women should deserve the right to express themselves and to actually pursue their dreams and to do their things, but there needs to be a level of suppression so they don't fall victim of their own self, on their own problems, of their own habits. So women are to be not to be understood, they have to be suppressed. And if you don't want to suppress your woman, go ahead and play Russian roulette. If you get it, one that is sane enough to not play with you, you're good. For the most part, that woman will play Russian roulette with you, because when she's on her feelings, nothing that she says, no woman needs, how many women to get, no matter if you are the pimp and the player and you're 6'7" and you have $3 trillion, that woman will not be under your grasp. So,
agreed.
Like you see, and I'm going to confess this. I was hearing Sean, and I was looking at the chat. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was, "Oh, it's Mr. Iset." God damn it!
Yeah.
It took me a while. I was like, "What the fuck is Sean?"
Like your name is Claudio.
Yeah. But Mr. Iset, do you see when I say it's? Lord, I'm saying like they're not going to. Is this meant? Is the you have to push the message, learn behaviors, make sure that you identify it, spread it to other men for them to understand and all that shit. But then at the end of the day, bro, as soon as you put that step in the motherfucking ring, either you're losing by a little or you're losing by a lot.
Right.
Everybody got a great woman. Congratulations. There's nothing to do with your boxing skills. She decided to just lay down. But for the most part, you are going to lose, because you are either going to find somebody that is so good at what they do that you're going to, by the end of the day, be compliant to them, or you're going to find somebody that is so bad in what they do that when you say to the rest, stop punching, she'll try to punch you, try to punch your dog, because that's what women do. So either she's good or bad. I'm just tired of guessing. You see what I'm saying? Ever there, see what she does.
But back to the conversation, right? I wholly believe that both parents are necessary in the house, right? If a husband and a father is on his job, like I said, you can't stay. Again, y'all know my belief. All I can do as a man is set a foundation for my children. That's it, right? That's right. When they get out into this world, there's different stimuli and different cultures, right? different things, different trends that they're going to be impressed upon, right? All I can do is set the baseline. But whatever they choose to do outside of, once they're grown, once they hit 18, right? And I say that because that's the legal age limit, right? Just because they're 18 don't mean they grown, right? But because that's the legal age limit, all you can do is set a foundation, and they're going to choose their own paths, right? It's up to you if you rock with it or not. It's just some shit I don't rock with. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's what you choose to do, that's your kid. I could care less, to be honest. But just own that shit. Like, just own that shit. It's just crazy to me. And what's crazy to me, especially in the culture, is that it's funny how it's okay for them to express ourselves, right? Label us as things like cis, when straight been, I'm 52, straight been the name for a heterosexual guy or woman as long as I know. Y'all can abuse y'all ideas on us, but then we say y'all fucked up. Then it's, oh no, what are you doing? You should be so accepting. What's wrong with you? You fucking savage. You shouldn't be. You should accept it. No. I judge. I keep trying to tell y'all, I judge.
I think we need that more in shaming. And then, Uncle Rick, another.
Stupid.
Another thing, and that was funny. Another thing that I find interesting is, I don't think, because you're here, well, what about the men? Now, listen, the men, especially black men, when has there ever been a time in history where we haven't been under the microscope? Like, when has there been a time where we ain't been on display, our behaviors on full display? It's been almost 100 years of talking about us. And I find it very rich, because when the conversation is specifically talking about a woman, it has nothing to do with no other man, no nothing. I noticed that when the accountability is on straight on that topic that's dealing with a women, I will hear stuff like, well, I believe we all, no, they don't all, because you notice that they'll be like, it's on the man, the accountability is on the women, whatever the issue is. But then you hear, well, I think we all need to. That's women needs. That's another topic that's indirectly adding the man as accountable to take the burden. Ladies, what, and just one question. What is so wrong about being accountable? Why is it kryptonite? Now, can y'all please answer? Why is it? I never understood.
Girls, man.
Why?
Because they're a girl, bro. Like when they constantly blame me, right, or blame men, it just lets me know my point is correct, right? Because y'all can't do shit by yourselves. Y'all always got to blame somebody.
What's the big deal? I got to be accountable as an adult.
Right. And to what Tyranny said, to address what you like, no, I'm not perfect. I got my flaws, right? But my wife don't pay for my imperfections. That's the difference between us, right?
Man,
between men and women, right? I would never burden my wife. I don't do it.
That's
right.
Fact.
I make your life easier.
That's a fact.
But don't think you're gonna be over here not doing nothing. That's what most of y'all think, right? Y'all expect a man to be his best while you still a shitty ass woman.
It's a bad, y'all. It's just it's just a bad deal, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just a one-sided deal. To be honest, fellas, I don't know how we go about to rectify. It's just what's on the market right now, what's on display right now, what's being offered right now. It's just a bad deal. I don't think any man in their right mind would do. It's a bad deal. You get all the responsibilities, all the risk, and
none of the credit.
No benefit, no credit, no benefit, no nothing. It's a bad deal, man.
Hey, you should be a good man for you. You should be a good. That's why they say that shit, right? You should be a good, because when they fuck over a good dude, be a good man for you. So it's another good man out there.
Get the bag,
right? So it's another good man out there. Who the fuck y'all talking to? Who y'all think y'all talking to? I told you I could be any man you need me to be at the time. You want a dude that's out there slinging dick in the streets? I could do that.
Oh God.
Especially if I'm in the new city. Y'all don't know me no way.
Listen to what I'm saying. You want toxic? I could do that.
Did you want a good saying?
You want a good ass man? I could be that too, right? But you got to show me you a good ass woman. If not, I'm a dog you. It's simply what the fuck it is.
They don't want them. They don't want those good men.
I don't receive no reward for being a good man to a shitty woman. That don't make me feel good.
That's a bad deal.
She loves me for me.
That's a bad deal. Another bad deal. Love me for me. That's a bad deal.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So this is
a bad deal.
You're probably going to see like a different version from me in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already starting to creep out. It's like, why do we still do it? I'm sorry. Hey, for the people that already was in jail, I get it, right? Hey, man, you're already doing your bid. Hey, bro, it is what it is. Just take care of your family, right? But for the people that are outside of the club and they feel the smell, they see people walking around, no shirts on, all sweaty. Drinks is not even Coca-Cola. It's like the bootleg version, like Coca-Cola. Like nothing inside of the club looks like it's worth it. And for the people that are outside of the club, like me, I say, "Hey, fatty man," but hey, let's get. I don't get it. I'm starting to become upset about it. Cause like, motherfucker, why you want to go there? I don't get it. Like, you can go, I will bless you, and I'll say, hey, congratulations, let's party. You decided to go there, it's fine. But I'm just getting a little bit.
Well, fatty, everybody that's married up here, oh my God, go ahead, Nino. Go ahead, Nino.
Nah, I said y'all must be watching my show because I've been saying that from the beginning. Marriage is a bad deal. So I can tell you why women don't appreciate y'all because you give it up too easy. Even when you don't give them the deal, they still get the deal because even if you dogging them out, you still giving them dick.
Get them.
Get him,
Nino.
I'm just saying.
Let's go.
Goddamn. You don't appreciate hoes because you can pay for it. So why would they appreciate you when you giving out everything for pretty much free?
We say this is a bad deal, and then the next day, where do I sign? I'm like, are you hearing? Can you hear us? You literally told yesterday was that if you sign already the deal, hey bro, just sing. Free. Man, you already for you to see what you are outside of the plantation, looking in by the motherfucker, and you're still walking in. Why? Is that like some?
I'm not gonna argue.
I don't get it.
I told y'all before. Put her through the ringer, bro. Y'all ain't gotta believe.
I was just about this. I was just about to say that my wife, she done loved me through my worst.
Exactly.
Through my worst.
It's simply what it is. Y'all can. Paradise costs. That's all I'm gonna keep telling y'all. Paradise costs. You don't go on vacation. There ain't no vacations free. Goddamn it. None of them.
That's so that see what I'm talking about now. My relationship ain't perfect. Nobody's relationship perfect, but I know that ours built on cement. Our being built on a straw house. The wind done came, it done huffed, it done puffed, and it still ain't blow this house down. Shit, I'm good where I'm at, personally. I what's out there? Nah, I'd rather stay right here. So I had to respect it. I gotta respect it.
Thomas, I respect it. Just tell me where I can drop the commissary and we're good to go. It's fine.
Dollar sign R-dubs, bro. Dollar sign R-dubs.
I support you to drop the commissary real quick so you can get some sardines or some shit.
Sardines?
Because it's
damn, sardines is crazy.
And they do sell it though. They sell it.
But I truly admire.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Okay, I need to bring somebody to the stage. He's waiting in the back. I didn't even see him back there. Let's welcome Kylo The Brand to the stage.
Hey, yo.
What up, Blow?
What's good?
In the
And
house.
don't forget to read the super chats, right?
Yes, I'm gonna do that in a second. Shout out to Kylo being in the house. I'm brother. I just sent you a message. I need to step away for 3 minutes, but I want to play this clip, right? So we're gonna break it up for a little bit, and then we're gonna get back into the conversation.
7 minute clip. Here we go.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not.
God damn it. Get up, Adam. Get up.
The old Lion King, first and second movie.
Happy birthday.
The circle line.
No, I got a question for y'all. See, I asked this question to the panel. Nino, you need to come back, okay? Because I need this the question I want to ask the brothers. I need to ask my brothers this question.
Well, we waiting, woman. Come on.
Hear from my brothers. Y'all like getting your booty licked?
Now look. Dang.
I'm just saying.
Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, I can't really know it.
I wouldn't expect that shit. I'm not off that mob. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too old for that shit.
Well, you know.
Oh, man. What the fuck, man?
I saw something, so I want y'all to see something. Okay?
Shit.
You're a celebrity
Male
ass
eater, professional ass eater.
What?
So let's talk about eating ass.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I like mine's ate. What's up?
I was about to ask you.
I like mine devoured.
Well, there you go.
Eat me up, man.
Are you doing that? Yeah, we
Yeah.
Hell no. Well, I mean, there
good.
are some boundaries, I guess.
I cock it up. I grab the leg. I get crazy. I boss the crab myself. I be like this. Eat me, baby. Eat me out.
Man.
Lord.
I'm trying to find out. Y'all like him, you know.
Fuck that shit.
Is that Miss Organic?
I'm trying to find out. Y'all like the.
Was that Miss Organic?
Yeah.
Damn. Miss
I was
Organic.
answering Fatty question. Pause.
That's crazy.
So I mean,
he gotta be trolling.
It's on the rise. I'm
That's
just
crazy.
talk about they booty.
You don't even troll like that.
Like 7, 9, 6, 9.
But I gotta go downstairs.
Motherfucking built like a gorilla.
You know what I mean?
You touch my
Say
ass,
that you
I'm
like
gonna punch you in
his
your
legs
leg.
up like a
Right.
Lamborghini.
That's just nothing. Anybody that you gay. I'm sorry, you gay.
You touch my ass, I'm gonna punch you in your head.
First it's the tongue, then it's the finger, then you gonna just keep going. Nah, you gay.
Hey,
any
pause.
any man that would even propose some shit like that, they nah, I don't even know what the fuck that shit is.
Damn, I thought Organic was a champion of masculinity.
Nah, fuck.
Hey, do you, nigga? Do you?
He said, do you,
nigga?
Wow.
Stanky booty ass.
Nah. Hell nah.
Do you, nigga?
On this one,
You are
I
no
think
longer a man at that point.
That's crazy.
even
you need
though
a whooping. Red need a whooping. That shit crazy.
Think if a man decides to do it to a woman, if it's your woman, there's nothing in her body that is not yours. You
Including
could
the shit, huh?
lick her armpit and I'll give a fuck. But
Including
your
shit.
woman bending you
your shit,
over,
Fatty?
Hey, bro. The Boston Crab, he said, Fatty.
That's crazy.
Hey, and I'm a lefty. I'm
looking wild as shit.
Very open-minded. But if you like to get eaten, I don't know about that, man.
Yo, Kylo, what's going on, man? Hope all is well, man. Thanks for coming through, man. What do you think about the feminization of our boys right now? Do you think? Well, let me just ask you that. What do you think of the feminization of our boys now in America?
I think that we're actually we kind of like the cause of it to a certain degree. Like, you know, do you remember when we were younger, when we were like 17. We like, I can't wait till I'm 18 and I'm out of here. And so, and we used to say, when I have kids, I'm not going to treat them this way. I'm not going to make them work. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. The crazy thing is, fast forward 20 years, and then you have these entitled kids. You have homosexuality on both sides. Like, it's just actually crazy. From us giving all these children everything, we didn't know how it was going to turn out. The feminization, I mean, in terms of, I think there's a lot of influence on both sides. I mean, specifically to the male, it's definitely. I just left a Orioles game. That's why I'm late. And tonight was actually Pride night at the game.
God damn it!
I lie to you not. And I'm sitting down there, and the one guy that was
gay niggas with baseball bats.
Damn. Pause.
Hey yo.
Hey, what they kick right there, man?
Damn. But I was sitting
Did the Orioles win?
No, we lost.
Everybody lost at that game. Everybody lost, bro.
Yeah, everybody, and it's so crazy. That's probably what I'm not gonna say because anyway. But I went to the game, and I was just sitting there, just looking around. The guy that was in front of me definitely was a man's man. He was like, he gave a jersey to the ladies that I was with. He was like, "Any of y'all want this?" You know what I mean? And it's really, I don't even think it's not going to ever go back to the time when we were coming up. I don't think it'll ever be. I think how we raise our sons is key. I'm pretty sure every man on this panel is raising their sons to be men's men. I think the culture, America is pushing a narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. I don't never see no baseball games with Kente Claw all over the stadium. You know what I'm saying? But to see this narrative of like we all together and one part of the thing, you know how they do the zoom in and they go all the way around the stadium. You know what I'm saying? They was finding all the gay couples, and I was just like, this is what's happening, and it's never going to go back to where we were. So we definitely gotta. If you ask me, what do I think about it? I don't. I'm 52, or I'll be 52 in August. I'm 51. I'm definitely old school. I don't rock with it. I don't rock with the booty hole. You say I actually Kisha, she crazy, red crazy to pull that old clip up. That's funny. Yeah. I don't none of that. Ain't nobody on this panel down with none of that. And I think but what's happening is I'm gonna tell you some real stuff, and I don't want to be too personal, but my daughter wound up showing up one day with a girl, and it threw me off because she was talking about him. And so, like, you know, what kind of messed me up, she was at her mother's house, and she was like, we're about to go out, you know, me and him, we're going to go get something to eat. She was like, matter of fact, you want to meet him? So when she panned over with the FaceTime, it's a Dom. And I never even knew, and I was just kind of like taken aback, but it's so crazy. I was definitely still weirded out that my daughter, I never even knew none of this. But the crazy thing is, I was definitely not cool with it, but I was a little bit more understanding, even when it came time for the conversation. I don't think my son, any one of my sons, I got 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. I don't think none of my sons could do that same pan around and talk about her, and show me a dude with a wig on. And I don't know, we're going to have to die off. Everybody on this panel going to have to die off for that to be accepted amongst, you know, some of us. But anyway, I'm going to land that.
That's crazy around that area, because I'm always around Lexington Market. So to even, you say that happened that night in that area at Orioles game, I found that crazy.
Tonight.
Because you said
I'm saying that's because, you know, I'm always around Lexington Market, so I'm like, I don't see nothing.
Because it's Pride Month. It's supposed to be.
Hey, they put Pride Month and Men Health Month in the same month. That's crazy.
And they do it for money. As soon as it's not popular, they jump out of the bandwagon. That's all.
Corporations, that's what they do.
And this
they do that all the time.
I get that.
They
last week I'm in Baltimore too. Thomas, we're gonna have to get together, man. Last week was Father's Day, but it was also the Pride like festival. Like, is that coincidental, fellas?
Say it again, brother. Say it again, brother.
Last week was Father's Day, right? Wasn't last week Father's Day weekend?
Yes.
And it was Pride weekend as well. It was like Pride Festival here in Baltimore. So downtown Baltimore was like flooded. Like it was crazy. So do you guys think that it's coincidence?
Yes.
And this is what I was speaking to, the celebration of men. Like if we fall lower on the totem pole, if women are being celebrated, believe all women and women are leading relationships in society, and then you got the LGBTQ being celebrated with pride, just the word itself is kind of disrespectful. Where do we fall in with that? That's why I asked, is this coincidence or something different?
No, basically it's straight masculine heterosexual male is under attack in the United States of America. They want you to follow the women to the voting box. Any man that's masculine, it's toxic, especially if they can't control it. That's toxic masculinity. Men, heterosexual, straight men are despised in this country. They want men to think like women, act like women, reason like a woman. They want all of our sons to be raised as some little sassy little sissies. That's all. That's how they want the boys to be. It is an all-out assault against men, straight, heterosexual, masculine. Stand down. Got that old school upbringing in them. Yeah, I know great grandfather and granddad, old school traditional ways in them. They are under attack in America today. It is not a coincidence. It's by design.
I still support lesbians.
God damn.
I just
Let's go, Fatty. Let's go.
I just want to know, like, what's the end game? In some sense, I want to say I guess it's rooted in population control, because they had COVID. You know what I'm saying, to take out a whole group of people. When you don't have people procreating and populating this earth, you know what I'm saying, without, you can so-called, because I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the point of it?
Compliance.
Heterosexual people already not fucking each other. They don't need to do nothing for the population.
Compliance and pop control. Damn. All these things.
But go ahead.
Yeah, all these things that's being presented out, you know what I'm saying? Like are presented out are all factions of the same thing: compliance and population control. Right? The less people there are, the easier it is to make people comply.
And don't forget consumerism.
Consumerism is compliance as well. Consumerism is rooted in compliance too.
But you can have people consume almost anything you would like them to. There's a narrative that's being pushed. It's like more people are being turned out. More men are being turned out and women being as the days roll by. People are turning to that way. And I don't understand.
Is there more gay people than there were before, or people just more blatant about it?
It's more gay people.
I think it's more than was before.
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
And the sad part to me, I think they're turning that just because it's cool to be it today. I don't really, it's for some, I'm not saying all, but it's like for most, I think it's just like, this the latest fad to be, to say I'm gay, to come out as gay, like to come out.
But that's not necessarily true, Thomas, because in Rome, that was widely accepted. Matter of fact, there was the emperor that his wife died, the queen, and he literally chose a castrated young boy to
yeah, they was
marry.
They was savages. You don't think they were savages? You think they were civilized human beings?
I think they were. I think they were interesting civilization.
Yeah, they were savages.
For them to dominate the world, you have to be savage to dominate the world.
You do, right? Absolutely. But at what price? Again, I hear you, Fatty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, I'm only playing devil's advocate tonight. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I agree with you guys. Like, y'all know how I feel about y'all. But at the same time, like, it's I don't know if people understand how important it could be to have a ideology, and within that ideology is morals, kind of like what we talking about, and this whole thing about flamboyancy, I believe that's where the gray area gets kind of skewed at. Like, we don't have a problem with what you do when you go in your bedroom. Like, we all go in our bedroom and we close the door. Most people don't see it. It's the flamboyancy, the adoption of the characteristics that are less than desirable that become advertisement. And that's my whole argument, that agreement and silence, it starts to become advertisement. And people are going to buy into the advertisement. There's going to be latchkey people that's not sure about which way they want to lean, and it's impressionable. So that's my only argument, is that, you know, there are people that are on the fence, and when they get these types of celebrations where femininity over masculinity, like, I'm gonna land my plane with this right here. All of the time I hear, you know, we should watch our tone, we should watch what I say, but we don't ever have a day where women should talk like men, like logical, straight to the point, like concise. And that's the lack of consideration that I speak to. What you guys think? I'm way off.
I don't think this is about logic. This is about the pursuit of pleasure. And when this happens a lot, right? Oh, let's start with A. A doesn't work. Let's go to B. Oh, let's start with B. We do B enough. B doesn't work. Let's start to C. This works with food, with drugs, with alcohol, with sex. I just think this is the next level of people pursuing pleasure. They are so desensitized to the peace. Like, we live on the most peaceful, prosperous, abundant era. Their lives are so wonderful that they're looking for the next fix, and they will look the next fix into shit that they shouldn't. There's a reality. For the most part, this is what happened in Rome too. They were so comfortable and living in so much prosperity because they were looting and pillaging and getting everything from everybody, that now for them to actually get to the levels of pleasure they had before, they become extreme drinkers, like fucking everybody and everybody, like actually pursuing, I think a word is hedonism, but I can pronounce the ages, so you guys can do it for me. Hedonism, right? So I think he's happening again.
Hedonism.
Hedonism. So I think it's happening again. Like, we get into a point where we're comfortable enough. I don't know if you notice, people that are in tremendous amount of misery, there's no feminism. The LGBT community kind of under control. See what I'm saying? There's not woman turning lesbian in mass, because they don't even have time to breathe. They have to go to that motherfucking well and see if the water is poisoned or not, so they can go to the next one. They barely can afford shoes. But this is what happens when society becomes too comfortable. So buckle up.
That's a good point.
I mean,
I'm just saying, I ain't never see no, like, you know how they just showed the video with the little dude in the purple going to prom and all these dudes. I've never seen one of them outside cutting grass.
That's very offensive, Ricky.
It's just
apologize.
You tell me when you saw one out cutting grass.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
When have you seen one doing yard work?
That's the point. You can't be flamboyant and a hard worker at the same time. You can be working in construction.
Exactly, right.
Exactly. Imagine you have the hands of a construction worker and you're trying to be a princess. That doesn't work. You are a princess. You can't be working in construction. Come on. You have to respect.
What I'm saying is, everybody know what the solution is to the problem. Just don't nobody want to do it, right? Because again, that would fall back into the issue that we talked before about you being being toxic masculine, right? You forcing the kids to do something when every one of us men know that you were made through the hard times and the work that you put in.
Yeah.
Every single one of us know that, right? And again, like Kylo said earlier, right? The things that you hated about your parents that made you mad. I hate it. You know, I hate you. What you say? Nothing, right? That's the shit that made you the man you are today.
Facts.
Stop pussyfooting with your, hey, put them up, hey, get your ass out there and do that yard. Scrub them walls.
Goddamn.
Clean that refrigerator.
They lazy as hell
don't
today.
want to. I'm a princess.
They lazy as hell today.
But they lazy, City,
I
because
want
of
to play
us.
with dolls.
We actually caused it, man. I hate this. Like, when
I ain't called shit. I am not French.
I be putting their asses to work,
sir. No disrespect. No disrespect.
None taken. I'm talking about as a whole. All my boys.
You blacked out.
Solid. You understand what I'm talking about? But I'm talking about we talking about the world we live in right now. We ain't never seen them cut the grass. I'm saying, like, when I say we, I'm talking about. Listen, it was very hard for me to say that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah,
because I'm not talking about me and nobody here, but I'm saying, like, as society, we all enabled these children, boy or girl. We enabled them. We gave them every fucking thing, every video game, every iPhone, everything, and that made them soft. We had to bust our ass to get all of that shit, to get a pager, to get a motherfucking my first apartment. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying we did that. We did.
No, I do not put me on your same ship, sir.
He said they did.
No, ain't no we. I am not French. I keep trying to tell you. I listen, bro. I hear what you're saying, bro. Right? I don't want to say I don't acknowledge what you're saying. I hear you, bro. But my bros is up here, right? They'll tell you what I've been preaching since day one, since they met me on here, bro. I don't play that shit.
But we 6 brothers and one sister on here.
I understand, bro.
I think it's Ricky's fault. I think he's dodging accountability.
What? Hey, call it what the fuck you want to, fatty. I don't care, right?
This man is running away from.
But what I'm saying is this, right? We understand what needs to be done, right? I keep trying to tell us as men, it is not my job to be flexible. I am not Dawson. I am the island in the river that's going to be there when everything else fails. I don't play that shit, bro. Right? We supposed to be men. Y'all remember when y'all was little, they'd be like, just let a man be a man. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Right? That you're gonna be a man gonna do what a man gonna do. That's how I operate. I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. And when it come to me, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I did it. You're gonna need to deal with it or kill me about it. Which one you want to do? Which one you want to do? We men.
I think what I'm saying too, I don't know if I'm the only person that's been up here in the penal system in the 90s, but I was down for several years. And I can say as a community, whether it was Joe Biden's bill and 3-time loser and shit that put a lot of brothers away in the 80s and the 90s. But when I say we did it, I'm saying in our absence, I'm not saying when we came back on the scene. I'm saying like
I was in the feds too.
A lot of these guys had to go, my nephews, they had to fend for themselves. When I came home, they already had another mentality. And no matter what I said and what I've been through and where I came from, they wasn't even really trying to hear this shit. So I'm saying, like, even in our
So they didn't get in line when they seen who you were today, bro? They ain't get in line when they seen how you are. Seemed like you bounced back tremendously. They ain't getting, they didn't look at.
No, because you and I, we transition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
You gotta pause that now. You gotta pause.
Crazy.
Do you know? Pause.
I'm sorry.
See, hey, bro, they don't understand. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I've been, hey, bro, I've been there. Hey, bro, I've been there. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying.
Y'all transcended.
Basically, he said, we didn't.
Right?
I ain't gonna explain it. I know what you're saying, bro.
I said we transition from the street to.
I said close them doors.
Right.
Ushers, close the doors.
Not transition.
I understand, but we don't explain jokes over here, so because the joke needs to be funny. If you explain the joke, it's not funny anymore. And by the way, I believe that being soft might be the controversial take. Being soft don't equate Being soft is not being gay.
Okay.
Wait, see, fatty. But Mr. Let Go said,
I don't think those two are correlated because I know a lot of gay motherfuckers that'll fuck everybody up.
But no, fatty. But Mr. Let Go said this.
Yeah, literally.
But Mr. Let Go said this.
Mama's boys. A lot of the mama's boys were the son husbands, which means that you were the man of the house. There wasn't a man there, so you became the man of the house very early.
It's an active choice, and I can explain why. There's a lot of women who have an understanding of their own issues, their own attitudes, their own weight, their own whatever, just, whatever that's dysfunctional about them. They have a good understanding that the older they get, if you got a son's and he's like 19, that means you're like 40, right? Or 38, something like that. So you already know by the age of 35 to 40, you ain't gonna get no man. You ain't gonna get married. She starts to look at herself like, okay, how am I going to continue to survive when I retire? I have my son.
And you know what?
So
I'm
now
gonna I'm gonna get
you move in with your son when you get old.
And now when these men grow up, they expect their wives or their girlfriends to be like their mothers. Sometimes there's a power dynamic struggle between your girlfriend and your mother. That's it.
I hate when niggas say that shit, bro.
I ain't see nothing.
I can't stand when niggas say that shit, bro. Like my wife and my mama ain't nothing alike.
My mama died when I was 9.
That's
such
bro.
I'ma do that.
Bro,
bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. Man.
My mom is my mom. If I find a woman like my mom tomorrow, marry her. I'll say, "Phrase, I was lying to y'all. My bad. My bad."
My mama
I respect that because again, it's a certain quality. But just to speak to the video, how am I doing it subconsciously? Because I hardly knew her. I didn't spend a lot of time with her, so I don't know what he's talking about personally.
No, I think the comprehension of what we like, because I don't want to say this the wrong way, right? I think the unconditional love that men want to get from them, that they say men supposed to get from their mothers, they look for in the mate. But as far as personality traits and shit like that, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. My mother's insufferable. I can't stay in a room with my mother no more than 3 hours.
Oh God.
Right, because let me tell you, and this,
some moms are like that.
Listen to what I'm saying, and this is why I hold men accord, right? For like Kylo, like y'all got locked up, and even though y'all had a certain set of circumstances, y'all knew what the fuck y'all was doing.
Facts.
Right, you knew what the fuck you was doing, right? So you can say it's the excuse or the reason, but you still made that fucking choice, right? And that's the thing when it comes to look, and this is what I believe honestly and wholeheartedly, right? Your parents are your superheroes until you learn what the world is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your parents are superheroes. Your parents can do no wrong, right? You can see your mama or your daddy smack somebody in the face and they stole money from you. Like, my daddy was right, my mama was right? It comes to a point in your life, right, where you know what the truth is. Most people continue to lie to themselves about their circumstances and their upbringing. No, when I was man enough to when I became man enough to understand how women think and how they work, I was able to look at my mom as like, you was fucked up sometimes. Right? It don't matter that she your mama, your sister, your auntie, your cousin. It doesn't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And if your mother was doing some wrong shit she was doing, why would you want to fashion yourself after that?
Right. Yeah.
Right? You're not a man until you realize that I don't think nobody's a man until you realize, this is all on me. It's my life and can't nobody else live it for me.
Facts.
Right? So that means at some point in your life, if you didn't have somebody, I had male role models, you know what I'm saying? I had them, right? Who will drop a gem on the ground, right? And then when you see it, you like, oh shit. Right? But it's still up to me, right? To break the programming of my mother or my father is this perfect person. They're not, they're people just like you. We all people. Players fuck up.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a fact.
So like I said, there's really no excuses in it. It's reasons, right? But there's really no excuses.
No, I agree. I agree on. I mean, sis, weren't we having this conversation the other night? And again, that's why, you know, I like to have y'all, because those intimacies and shit. We just had this conversation where I said I ain't never had nobody that went to bat for me organically.
Right.
Like I ain't never like, and then the missus chimes in, no, but I'm like, nah, you were acquired. But again, and I know ain't nobody gonna say shit about it in the chat. It ain't gonna be no sorry for your losses. I lost my mother when I was 9 years old. It's a certain realistic aspect of life that comes.
Yeah, bro, that's
nah, you
tough.
ain't gotta say nothing, bro.
That's
Don't even
tough,
worry
bro.
about it. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got it.
I already
It's
know.
a certain realistic aspect of life that comes with that. And you know, like Fatty said, if I find somebody like my mom's, the nurturing quality, the general care for somebody other than herself, the green thumb, having a garden. Again, we know these qualities. That's why we don't deny them. And like Rick said earlier, you'll never hear us say we don't need no woman. But at the same time, you know, like I said, it's that same consideration for fellas. And I know we're not all polished. Some of us have some things we got to work on. We are the first ones to say that. But it's those things that can be celebrated. Those men that can be recognized for the things that they do, and I think they deserve a little bit more than a cookie. And it goes back to what Kylo was saying. I think it's that lack of recognition that becomes advertisement for these young ladies, whether we're not there because of prison or college or military. It's a lot of reasons that Black men are not at home physically. But again, we continue to be signaled out for the wrong reasons and not celebrated for some of the right ones. So sorry for being so long-winded, y'all.
No, you actually, you know, I said it. I spent over $2,000 like on the last 2 weeks just in dental work, buying phones, buying tablets, make sure that this shit never happens again. Call my mom, send her a picture with my fucked up teeth, told her, hey, I got the phones already and all that. Home, food on the table, and $70. And she knows like earn thousands of dollars more. Like, you see what I'm saying? I had to pick up the money and send it to my dad because she not take it back. So I have to send them, like I keep the money physical and I send a wire transfer for her so she know. See what I'm saying? What is the woman that is doing that to a person that she cares about? Out of, like, this is what I'm talking about. Is a good mother can jade you from your wife, from your future wife, can jade you because you're seeing this shit and you're like, damn, I don't need no help and I'm getting help for no reason. Like, this woman is fighting me for go outside of the house. She's on the window looking, so just she can get an excuse to come to my house and clean shit while I'm not here. Because I say, hey, go out. Right?
That's what's up. That's what's up. That
sounds
like,
and then
that sounds like my wife.
You see what I'm saying? And now I have to ask for somebody to clean my room. I have to ask for somebody to do the dishes. I have to ask somebody to cook for me. See what I'm saying? It's like, no.
That's why they hate mama's boys fatty. That's why they don't want mama's boys fatty.
God damn.
You see, and that's the thing, right? If she wants me to be a mama's boy, I have to fight her. I say, I'm grown. I'm 40. Right? Like, I'm getting money, I'm doing good and all that. But no matter how good I am, she is never, hey, what you going to buy for me? Right? That's nothing like that. She's not expecting nothing. Nah. When it comes again, I go on dates. First date, kind of everything good and all. Second date is already negotiation phase. Oh, but what do you want to do with your life? Because I want these. Do you want these? Because I really want these. Okay, I see what's going on. Let's have fun.
Yes, sir.
But for the most part, is again, we can complain about the older generation fucking up for the new one.
I get it.
But you can tell me that the worst generation, the last generation made women think on such a selfish way of what do I get from you without thinking nowhere, like it's like an afterthought that she has to give something back. I truly don't believe that. I don't believe it's their fault. Like something happened in the Matrix where, did you guys saw the Andrew Tate's Bonnie something interview, right? The motherfucker at the incredible angle. I'm not fighting you. I'm going to applaud you. I'm going to say, congratulations, you are exactly what women been pushing for. So no more misogyny, no more accusing me of something. You wanted a woman like this, you got it. Make more of them. I'm not going to take responsibility of a woman that is not in my camp. You listen to me, I give you everything you want. You don't listen to me, go ahead and go get Section 8. I'm not helping you. It is what it is.
Makes sense.
And I'll make 100 kids. If 20 make it, then the other 80 don't because your mama is hey, it's your problem. And I don't want to think like this because I believe that shit breaks societies. But how the fuck is he wrong? If you don't care, you win. As soon as you start caring, you lose. So why the fuck should I care? The guy that cares doesn't get sex, gets his kids used against him. Like, the guy that doesn't care, when are you going to see your son? You never see your son. Oh, so that's how we do it.
Come get your kids.
So that's how we do it. Like that kid DGG fighting for his life to get his kid back, and then woman on the internet saying, "Man, Future never sees his kids, man. That was the last time." Who is winning? That's crazy.
I mean, but
so
DDG.
man.
So let me ask you just one quick question before sis move on. In the DDG situation, did you see the video when that young man was like, I don't like when y'all hate on Hallie, whatever she going through, y'all don't say nothing. I can't say nothing because she's a mom and I don't understand what she's going through. Did you see that video?
Is that a recent video or an old one? The old one I saw.
I believe it's old. I don't think it's recent because he started to go through everything.
I saw it. The recent one I didn't catch it.
Yeah. And that's what I kind of recognize from him. Like, I get all the stuff that he's going through, and I also seen a video where he was like, yeah, I used to talk about fathers on the internet, but now I see what y'all go through, and this is exactly what us old motherfuckers be talking about. It shouldn't take that for you to see what we've been talking about for 3 years, and you the one that said she's going through postpartum. Maybe I don't understand. I don't like when y'all hate on her. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Like, keep the same energy, and that's, somebody got an echo. Keep that same energy, young fella. And this is what we talking about. When you see the benefits of the actions that you talking about, and all we say is that, it's a painful feeling of your wrong and foolish behavior. That's not a problem. That's your wrong and foolish behavior. And you can try to blame the game or blame the referee or blame the court or blame whoever you want, but you're not the best player on the court. And if you're not getting picked first. And that's all we've been saying for 3 years. We haven't been saying anything that's crazy. Either you get better or you move on to another court where you will get picked first. I land my plane there.
Yeah, good.
So let's do the super chats and all that good stuff. Before we do that, right? It's so interesting that brother gifted one membership, and the membership fell on E Black, right?
Why is it interesting? There's a story behind it.
Because
the King of Darkness.
Because the King of Darkness was one of the people I was gonna make fun of tonight.
Damn, what did he do?
So on the last time I had a birthday celebration online, the King of Darkness got in trouble.
Damn.
Yeah, you black.
I saw something. Y'all want to see something real quick?
Yes.
Why are you even entertaining it? Stuff like that. But I'm also under the mindset of, you know what, nigga, you can hit her up all you want. You ain't getting shit. Like it's good over here. You know what I mean? Like it's good. She good over here, partner. This old virtual.
I smell bullshit.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Crazy.
No, since I definitely.
Hold on. My wife just came in and heard what I said. It's crazy to go. Hold on. I might have to get off this bitch. Hey. Yeah, hey, what you mean? Hold on. Come on. All I'm saying is that, look, You know what I mean? All that little you ain't got no time. She got the kids. It ain't bro. You exercising. You doing the exercise of futility. Like this shit ain't like, you know what I mean? Good try. Good try. Like, okay, that's cool.
You the devil. You.
Now look. K-Red is from a town of like 1,500 people. She comes from a different mindset. I come from a city like San Francisco, Oakland, California. We got multiple like we all know each other from high school. You know what I mean? From our age group. You know. So
No, I'm actually gonna assist E Black on this because I get.
Help me! I'll be right back. I gotta calm down. Help me out real quick.
I got you, bro. What he's saying is it's an exercise in fertility, sis. So you know, sometimes you gotta.
He ain't gonna mute his mic or nothing, huh?
Damn, Lord,
that's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
She heard him, Rick.
Oh my Lord, that was so
Fight
funny.
black, E Black, fight back, E Black.
E, don't let him do you like that, bro. Don't let him do that.
This is what I imagine most relationships on this, but like when men brag about their relationship overtly, like over the top. This is what I imagine they get like as soon as they click on the.
They do. You ain't gotta imagine. They do. They lying like a motherfucker. Lying ass little dick niggas. Boy,
like Mr. Payne, I never lost an argument against my woman. Actually, I think we never argued. She comes around. We did 4 times. Who won? Me.
Me.
Right.
It was like,
Lynette was like, "You always on the internet. You always on the goddamn internet."
Embarrassing like shit. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
All right, let's read these super chats. Then we gonna get to our last one.
Getting to the money. Everybody mad. I got all this money on my motherfucking mind. Diamonds on my dial. I can't even see the time. All I know is blood, Crips, Pyro. Everybody mad.
That's crazy.
Shout out to brother for the $10 super chat. Happy Born Day, sis. We love you, baby. Tribe activity. Shout out to Nemo and gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Nino.
Nino.
You gotta play the ching ching ching. Well, you're not playing the ching ching.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm eating sunflower seeds over here. That's crazy.
I got it. I got my stream deck thing on now.
I'm eating sunflower seeds going crazy over
got me a
here.
little stream deck thing. Yay!
There it is.
All right. Shout out to brother for gifting 1 membership. Thank you. Shout out to Fatty for the 50 birthday. Thank you, Fatty.
Luke Fatty.
It's my money. Thank you, Mom.
Shout out to Fatty for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. Fatty said we need 5 members. You tell him, Fatty.
That's right. Tell him, Fatty.
And shout out to Princess Cammy. She said, salute, peace, and blessings, birthday girl. Thank
What up, Cammy?
Cammy Bear.
And shout out to Full Drunken Half Thinking. Okay.
Full drinking and half thinking. That's Trini. He got a channel too. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Subscribe to her. Okay, $20.
Went over there now.
Shout out to 100 watts. 1,000 watts.
What up, 1,000 watts? What's popping?
1,000 watts. I seen 100 watts and over on somebody else's channel over there. I was like, oh, okay, he's still rocking and rolling. I didn't see him 1,000 watts. Thank you, Corey. Shout out to brother for being a member for 14 months. It's a different world where we come from. Happy birthday. Can we do this one? 1,000 watts came back in. Happy birthday, Red.
Where your glasses at?
Downstairs.
You know she need readers. You know you 50, sis. You know you need your readers.
Squinting, all that damn squinting you doing over
there. AARP coming through. Trunk organizer on its way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm still waiting on everybody to slide for Jesus. Right?
Leave me alone, Rick.
Somebody got to hold you accountable.
Shout out to one of my day ones, Pink in the basement. Happy birthday.
Pink, what up, bro?
Good, bro.
We already did that one. Why is it coming up again? Shout out to T.O. for a happy birthday.
Salute, T.O.
Yo, what's happening, bro?
Happy birthday, Miss Red.
It's your birthday?
Yes.
Yep. Drop a cash app immediately.
Hit the cash apps for the shout.
Birthday.
Or send one of those computers that you have on the back.
Wow.
I know, right? He got
Best Buy. He got the whole Best Buy. He got the whole electronics department in his room.
Oh, let me introduce you to him, Fatty. He does.
Best Buy. He got the whole Best Buy. He got the whole.
Got the echo.
Let me introduce you to him. Like he does.
Someone is YouTube open on the back.
I think it's Thomas.
Damn, Thomas, that's crazy.
Kylo you do branding and teach apparel and stuff, right? The graphic design for apparel. So Kylo, Fatty, Kylo.
What's up, bro?
Tio gifted 5 memberships. Then it came back to you with the 5. I ain't gonna lie, that's me looking at the plantation from the outside. I'll take 1 step forward, then 2 steps back.
Yeah. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rick.
I don't recommend it for young men right now. It's the hole standing too close to the girl standing too close to the hole. So
that's a fact.
And as a girl, I can agree. I agree with that.
If you were him, you would know who are the good girls and who are the hoes.
God damn it, Fatty. What you mean by
that? No, I know Fatty because there was a person in the space saying him, and he thought he.
There's hey, you don't talk about Avengers in this space anymore. That's done. The next iteration of Avengers, you talk about it. That villain is dead on this space. He was defeated. Can't do that.
Damn.
Shout out to the on the cash app side. Shout out to Tio for the $40 cash app. Thank you, Tio.
Thank you very much, Tio.
And shout out to Kelly for the $10 cash app. Happy birthday. Shout out to Misty Blue, $5 cash app.
Salute, Kelly.
Birthday this. Shout out to Ashton Wims, $40 cash app birthday.
God, that's crazy.
Are you gonna have money to pay Cammy for thumbnails? That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
Close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
Thank you anyway, sir.
Wow.
Guys, we almost to the goal. We got $87. We're almost to the $150 gift. So everybody that have not given to the Cash App, please give to the Cash App. Thank you. All right, y'all ready to be?
Sure, why not? It's been going on all night.
Yeah, I feel attacked already. But go ahead.
Okay. So the ladies said it is not their fault. It's the trans men's fault.
God damn it.
Come on now.
They say it's the trans men's fault that the children are confused and they don't know their identity and their sexuality.
So it's 0.0001 of the population and not 50% of the population. Okay.
I mean, so I found
51%, Fatty. 51% of
the mathematics
got to be at least 51.
So y'all are saying that y'all such a bad parents that 0.0001% of the population can influence your son or your daughter that is under your tutelage to be something that you don't want them to be. That says a lot about you.
You guys are really bad mothers.
You should give your into it.
No. it's because the men are the mothers.
Mama.
Dad.
Mama.
Dad.
2 days later.
Dad.
Mama. Mama.
Dad.
Dada.
There you go. Dad. Dad. I know about to let you get confused. It's okay. Dad. Hi. Life of a bisexual with kids.
I was a baby in my daddy's tummy.
I gave birth to both my daughters. Trolls have said that I should have my children taken away from me. I'll get a lot of, oh, those poor kids. Them saying that my kids are going to grow up confused, that I'm depriving them of having a mother. My pregnancy with Azalea was insane. I went from not knowing I was pregnant at all to finding out I was pregnant and then being like super pregnant, but I was thrown into trying to like figure out pregnancy. My pregnancy journeys were similar in the sense that they were both surprises, and also in the aspect that I had to navigate medical spaces and deal with a lot of like transphobia within maternal spaces. Azalea and Journey are characters. We have to face that the world kind of sucks, and especially for Black women, which they are. But they are outspoken, confident, intelligent beings that I am super proud of.
How would you describe your dad?
My dad is bald, but he has style. He knows how to do my hair. Daddy. He's fun.
What does transgender mean?
Like definition-wise?
Yeah, kind of like. How would you describe it?
I would describe it as a person changing themselves the way they want.
No, you do it.
Expressing how they feel.
So, how did your dad explain to you that he is transgender?
I don't know how he did it. I can't remember. But he just started explaining it, and then he never stopped. He never did. He's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
The people want to know, are you trans? Yes. I was born a female. Yes. Do I regret being born a female? Hell no. That's who made me who I am today. And I see somebody say, do I got a period? Hell no. Hell motherfucking no.
I'm a trans man and I'm pregnant with my 3rd child. I was giving birth.
I think you should play more, right? I think we should play more like.
Shut up, man. God damn it. Shut up.
And by the way, that's not being pregnant. That's why is my belly poking like he's not the? That's not the one.
Hey yo, bro.
Hey, you want to prove that you are a woman? You have to.
That's hamburgers, fatty. That's not beef.
You have to lower your like.
Damn, man. It's so over with, bro. It's over with, man.
So the women's are blaming y'all men's, women's that transition to men's, the men's that to that.
Do you blame 0.21%?
I mean, you know,
normal everyday. This ain't no normal everyday shit you see as a man. Come.
But those still women.
Yep. According to your rules, those are still women.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they are not. No, they're not, because according
how dare you?
To
according
to
to who?
in the United States.
No.
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like.
No, nigga, no, ma'am, no. Put a name on that shit.
Pineapple.
Put a name on that shit. Put a name on it. Put a name on.
I'm a pineapple.
What about the men are woman, men are men, and woman are woman crowd?
Hey, how many transgenders in y'all circle?
None.
Zero.
How many transgenders y'all going bowling with? Y'all going to hoop with?
Zero.
Don't even know any.
But hey, they can always find a girl to hang out with, can't they?
Facts.
This nigga said,
that's the interesting point.
This nigga said the world is messed up and black women are discriminated. I thought you was a man, bitch. You wonder why your kid's confused? I'm confused too. Stop. Pick a lie. Would y'all peaceful? You're a man getting dick. You're a transgender man, right? Like you said, that's what they're saying, right? Pretty red, right? You're a man getting dick in a vagina. Where they do that at? Hell.
That's an heterosexual woman, Rick.
Right. You know what? See, see. That's why I will confuse.
So how are the women blaming men again? So how are women blaming trans men again?
Because they say that
they're blaming women.
They mean.
They're blaming women, right?
Because trans men
women,
are
right? Is what you're saying? Because a trans man is a woman by birth, correct?
But not in their brain.
Ma'am.
That's reality.
Ma'am.
Yes, Uncle Ricky.
Y'all liars, bro. Stop lying. All y'all do is lie.
So they got to stoop. They got to find somewhere. They got to find somewhere to escape accountability by going to a trans man to say men are the problem. You got to report to a. This shit don't get. Somebody play that clip. Can't make this shit up, please.
I mean,
this shit is crazy, man. We live in bizarre world, man.
This is complete foolishness.
I think in 1999, when 2000, the world really ended, right? We just went to a different dimension and shit. This shit crazy.
Yeah, 2012. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway,
I think it's a sign of overpopulation.
You think so?
This complete foolishness. Foolishness.
That's what I said. I think just people just life is so boring for them.
Just want to.
They have to make up shit like just to. Man, let me do the side quest real quick. Let me turn all my motherfucking life around just to see if I can make it.
That's crazy, man.
Yo, Nino, you wanna expand on your theory, Nino?
Well, yeah, it's like they're a very small percentage, right? But as the number grows, the number within that percentage grows. Like if you got 1% of a dollar, that's a penny. But 1% of $100 is $1. 1% of $1 million is 1,000 or something like that. I might be wrong, but you get what I'm saying. So when you got like 340 million, you know what I'm saying, people here, that 1% of that 340 million is a lot of people that now have internet access, voices, and they can, get more popularity and make what they're doing more popular, which affects more people.
I just want to say this because I have to go, friends.
Me too.
If this he person
can
get they're stupid pronouns.
This person can get a man to have kids with him.
God damn it.
What is y'all excuse?
God damn it.
Like, imagine coming around with God, there's no good man, I can see no man, and a woman with a beard, balls, with tattoos.
Niggas is out here fucking the bearded lady.
What
wild as fuck. That shit wild. That whole clip was wild.
I got a fucking theory.
What is y'all shit like this?
I got a fucking theory. So, as far as people always say, as far back as I can remember, I was this way since I was born. The last time I checked, Don't not nan motherfucker on this panel, not nan motherfucker listen to this shit, or any human being on this earth know when they were born. And don't have a recollection of none of this shit until like 2 or 3 or 4 years old. Now let me explain my fucking theory. All behavior is learned. And sexual behavior specifically is definitely fucking learned. So some shit happened to these kids. I can tell when my grandson was 2 years old, I can say, oh, I can back. I'm over here, Pop. All right, come throw this in the trash for me. And he gonna go take the motherfucker and throw it in the trash. He's cognitive, but he not gonna remember that shit the fuck at all. He can't. But this shit that happens to kids, that shit that happens at 1 and 2 and 3 formulates these motherfuckers. And they're not wrong. As far back as they can remember, they've always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't nobody born that fucking way.
Hell
behavior is learned. Period.
And that's the point of the questioning I have, because so if this learned behavior, right, and if there is no masculinity around these boys, so therefore what they're gonna learn? They're learning femininity.
Because even if they like that with the male around, they gonna hide and sneak that shit. They ain't just. They're more free coming out when the man ain't around with the mom, because the mom can reason. The mom thinks like them.
I'm talking about what Kyle is saying, that they don't know these things and that they're taught these things.
They're attracted.
These babies are not learning how to twerk and do makeup.
The issue is
they're seeing this, they're learning this.
Right. That's the thing, right? So the best example, especially with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know your home was dysfunctional till you got grown.
Right.
Right. Like Fatty said, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Everybody, I was always this way. No, it's just that behavior was always accepted.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if it was an ostracized type of nature, a lot of that would have been happening. Yeah. Because back then they would have to hide that shit. Now it's just clear as the sky. Just come on right on out.
My thing is just, what is the difference between a trans man and a tomboy? Like, what is the difference in mentality? A woman that is a tomboy, or like a stud, something more masculine. Like, what is the difference between that and a trans man?
She still like boys.
They was all touched. They was all touched when they was younger. All touched. That's the difference.
But these are all touched.
I think a tomboy is like a girl that likes to wear, like to play boy games.
Tomboy is a girl that kind of behaves like a boy.
But I think it's a little bit deeper when you do the trans thing, because you literally change your whole persona of your body. You just cutting stuff off and
So based on the question, I would say it's outside versus inside perception, because that tomboy like Aaliyah, we're perceived to see her based on what she wears, maybe the game she plays, but trans is an inside perspective that they want us to buy into their reality, and that's what we're not going for. Like, we got to live in reality together as people. We can't buy into your individual feelings to incorporate into our, majority of society. It's just insensitive and unfair, in my opinion.
Right.
And very inconsistent. And it's very inconsistent when you're being honest about it.
Yeah.
I'm
because at least it's a tomboy, she can still, get that Jimmy Dean up in her, so she can
I'm
snap
confused
out
about
of it. And,
you're a girl, if you're a woman, but you still like if you still like men, and then you transform to men.
Yeah. Let me elaborate.
I'm confused. Like, what is the point?
Let me elaborate. Right. This is where the outside forces comes in, right? Because when we was growing up, again, the understanding was phases, right? This is a phase. But now now that the agenda is that, it's not a phase, this is who you are.
Right.
You have the right as a child.
The phase.
Right. You have the rights as a child that if this is what you want to be and this is where you're comfortable with, you get to choose. No, you don't. You're a child. You know more.
Right.
You don't know shit.
But they they enabled them with the school. Uncle Rick, they enabled the kids.
But that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying.
School, they enabled them.
Back to what Rick said, that's choices. Who sent them to school?
Yeah.
You know you could teach them too, right? Or you a dummy. I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm gonna say this. Every tomboy we all knew growing up got dick down in high school.
I can't.
Hell yeah, they was getting that Jimmy Dean sausage.
And as full woman today, but every sissy we knew is still staying true to sissy today.
Goddamn.
Because it was touched.
Oh yeah, them tomboys was getting that Jimmy Dean. Yeah, they was getting that that sausage up in them.
Hey yo.
What in the world?
I was knocking them tomboys down. They just talking like shit.
I was too.
Yeah, Jimmy Dean all up in them. Yeah.
Y'all, what?
Because it was a rush. It was a rush. Like, you know, they fake like they gay or I only like girls. It was like a challenge to get them and shit. Then, you know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that were still pretty.
How many you brought back? Like, can you get my nails done Tuesday?
Yeah, probably like two. Right, two back.
Brought the motherfuckers.
But they was fake that. But the problem is they was faking the whole time. Like he said, it was just a phase. They were just faking the whole time. They wasn't full fledged.
Them boys that we knew that was.
Oh yeah, they been gay since they was 2.
They still today.
Today gay as shit.
What's wrong with you?
They been gay.
You niggas are crazy.
And
what's wrong with you?
Shit. And like I said earlier, if you grown and that's the way you feel, I don't give 2 shits. I could care less, right? But for you to believe it, for anybody to believe within their frontal lobe that a child has the ability to make that decision,
right?
That's wild.
You need your ass whooped.
It's influenced, no question about it.
And
even then, as a child, they be like, if you go to the doctors or some shit right there, like they'll make the parents step out the room, and you don't have to say what you really want to say in front of the child going on about that, you know, gender stuff. They'll make the parents step out the room, and they really like be.
If they ever do that, man, you know they can't.
Do you know, like back in the fucking 50s, they was having those thoughts lobotomized. You remember that shit?
Yeah, because it was considered
like
a mental health, right?
A mental health, and because it is.
I agree.
The older people know what's happening.
And if there are no genders, right? If genders don't exist, that means I get to treat you like a man. Y'all ain't gonna take that, right? If there's no genders, right, then there's no gender wage gap, correct? It's funny how it applies to that shit, right? Again,
it's like pick certain points to benefit from, and then they pick and choose.
I'm just telling you, I'm hip. Like y'all, you can fall for the bullshit all you want. I'm hip to the game. Y'all can fall for the bullshit. It's a male and female for a reason. Transgender, like you Optimus Prime out here, bitch. You ain't transforming the shit.
But Uncle Rick, that is a good point when they talk what's a man and female. Oh, there is no gender. Then 2 seconds later, talking about the gender, the wage gap. That is a hell of a point.
She talking crazy.
A hell of a point.
When a man talks crazy, give me a second because I'm about to get out of here. Right?
Catch a charge ever again in this life, I'm gonna tell the judge I identify as free.
Right?
What?
How you?
It's my right. It's my fucking right.
When dealing with a male, right? Because it's male and female, right? It's gender, right? When dealing with a male out in the street, if he talk crazy to you, we might scrap, right?
Yeah.
Don't be talking shit to me and I'll punch you in your shit and you say I'm a woman. For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna break something down. I'm gonna say something. I got one dumb homegirl.
You got a what?
I got a dumb homegirl.
What does dumb mean?
She probably fat as a motherfucker too. She probably got an ass on it.
She definitely fat as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I didn't know they all be.
But
Dom
look,
is short for
the
dominant.
crazy thing is this. So we talking with him. I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you get out of your strap on? I just gotta know. Right? Because it's all together. I was just like, yo, what the hell do you get out of strap on? She fucked me up. And I think y'all gonna actually, the answer she gave me,
what was the answer?
She said, sex is mental, right? I said, yeah. She said, what's the percentage? I said, like 90%. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. She said, so you get off, you bust from getting her off, right? I said, definitely. She said, I bust from getting her off. I bust myself from getting her off. That logic was the first time I actually was like, now I don't condone it, but I understood it. But then I was like, I said, but at least I still feel it. but I was just like, but her logic, I was like, damn.
So you don't think most men are about pleasing the women that they fucking? They just about fucking them?
No, but no, well, not me.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Do I think what now?
Do you think men are about pleasing the women that they fucking or just fucking?
Petty Red got to go. Happy birthday, baby girl.
I think we definitely about pleasing. I think.
All right, fellas, chat.
So why would that? Why would a
suck it
statement
to
like
y'all,
that
man.
surprise you? Salute, man. Hope all is well. Be safe. Why would a statement like that surprise you? If you think men are trying to please women, and then you get this woman that says, "Well, her getting off gets me off," why would that surprise you?
I just never understood. Like her, I understood the woman that is on the receiving side, whether it's rubber or physical flesh, but I didn't understand them at that particular. This is a long time ago, by the way. But I'm saying, like, I had to ask the question: what do you get out of using a strap on? I just didn't comprehend that.
I got you. Yeah.
But I think some of the strap-ons have like a stimulation thing on it too. So
now they do, but this again, this was like
they didn't have that.
Like 2004. This is 2004, and this was like, but she answered it, and when I heard it,
she answered the question because
it was my homegirl. Like we keep shit 100%, and the thing was, it just came around full circle. I was like, yo. I've been wanting to know that from the beginning, but I never, and I just finally I said, yo, what do you get out of it? Like, I don't understand. And she broke it down to me.
What can you ask her another question? Because I have this question. If two lesbians, right, and you say you like women's, so that means you're supposed to like carpet munching, right? And scissoring, right? So, and you don't like men, but yet you put on a strap on that represents the man's parts. So that's confusing to me. So you might be men.
No, that's the same dynamic with men that dress like a woman for another masculine man.
Yeah.
It's like, but you are messing with a man that looks like a woman. It's the same shit. It's like, why is it?
It's confusing. So I don't know. That's weird.
It's mental illness for real. I hate this. Like they didn't put it that way yet, because now it's cool. Because I went to a Pride Orioles Texas Rangers game today. But and it probably will never come out that way. It'll never come out that way. But at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. It's actually an illness. It's actually a sickness. You know what I'm saying? Somebody seen something or somebody participated in something unwillingly, and they took on them characteristics of that act. And that act happened several different times to them, to the point where it formulated a sexual preference.
Okay. I don't know. It's all confusing to me. So there was another point I want to bring up about the agenda. Because I do think it's an agenda to feminize the men, especially when it comes to our food, the water we drink, and stuff like that. Like there's so much chemicals and things that are making our men effeminate. So, and the push for gender fluidity in schools and teaching the kids that, it's okay to be this and that and that. And the government getting involved in children transitioning if they want to without parents' consent and all this kind of stuff. So I do think that there's an underlying agenda to all of this. And yeah, he just like the frogs. I had a clip that explaining that the chemicals and things is in the food and the water supply. Just like there was a study that I did on my job, the Burger King burger. You remember they had that vegan burger that they had out. What was it?
The Impossible
Burger. And they took it off the market and had to redo it because it had so much estrogen in it. Like it would have turned a bull to a girl. That's how much estrogen was in that burger. So just imagine the men that were like consuming it. It was just like they was taking transitioning medications, eating that stuff. So I think there is an underlying thing that's going on. And I think it has something to do with what you were saying about the population and stuff like that. What do you guys think about that?
It's definitely rooted in population control, 100%. When I said it, I was very confused to try to figure out what was going on. I try to attribute it back to like some of the cults and stuff from the 70s, like the Aleister Crowleys and the Charles Mansons and all the the Europeans and their sex habits. And they the one that goes all the way back to Rome with all this wild with the orgies and all this. That's all their shit. And we gotta keep in mind that it's their push. Again, and I don't want to keep talking about it, but like I was at this baseball game tonight with tens and tens of thousands of fucking people, and they're pushing that narrative. And one time on the screen, I actually recorded it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it on my story on my Facebook, on my Instagram. But it was like it was being pushed, and even the dugouts. This shit is actually created. Each dugout, the Orioles dugout and the Rangers dugout, was both decorated in rainbow. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
They just took the month of June, no?
And
man.
The agenda is those men, those marshmallow, those mayonnaise men that laid in the background, always sneaking out late night and doing a whole bunch of other shit, you know what I'm saying, and under wraps, you know what I'm saying, they are loving this. They are creating this time. This time is their time.
Right.
And we got everything from them. We got gunpowder from them, and we got porn from them. We got this language. We actually talking in their shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, some of this shit is kind of evident. It's not a conspiracy theory. Like we got everything from them. So all this shit is from them too.
Right. Exactly.
Out. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to OG. Shout out to Fats.
Yeah,
because they definitely cooking, and the frogs, the soy milk, the fluoride, all of the things that, again, I praise you and Miss Sis. Like, to see y'all creating these things. I can make my own milk. I can make my own green beans and peas and tomatoes and potatoes. Like, I can make my own shit. Yeah. So y'all are absolutely right. But choices, like Ricky said, we choose to go to the supermarket and buy all of the processed shit that they give us with all of this shit inside of it. We choose to buy the red number 9 and the red 40 and the blue 60, whatever the numbers they putting on the colors nowadays. Like, we have to take
our destinies in our own hands at some point. We can teach our own kids. We could grow our own food. I don't know if y'all know we could do this stuff, but we could do it. I actually see people doing it. And this is why I know a lot of them is lying. Like they're not nurturing. When they say women are nurturing and we could bring other stuff like what? Like fake hair?
Right.
Like prioritize eating out? Like having crabs as a part of your diet all the time? Like not drinking water because Don Julio is a higher priority? Like, fuck out of here. Y'all are not nurturing. Y'all are not empathetic. Y'all are not caring. I don't care if y'all push babies out y'all wombs. Y'all don't do none of this stuff. This is why we say it's only 5% of people that know what need to be done and are actually doing it. We think 85% of y'all are just blind, deaf, and dumb. 10% of y'all know what need to be done, but they're too lazy to do it. And it's only 5% of people that's going to actually get shit done. So I appreciate all of the fellas that came up, and I hear everything of what they were saying, and they were all right. Fatty, Ricky, like Thomas, they were all absolutely right. There's different facets and nuances, but if y'all remember Batman, the Batman movie, where if you took the shampoo with the soap and the conditioner, you fuck around and die with a smile on your face. And this is exactly what's happening in 2025. If you succumb to the perfect storm that is homosexuality, and I can't say nothing about it, and it depends, and everybody's different, guess what? You're going to look around and it's going to be Pride Month in June when it's supposed to be Father's Day. It's going to be Pride games at the baseball. It's going to be Fram Fest with nothing but a bunch of boys and girls just confused.
But you know what, bro? The end game is we're not going to be here. We're not going to be here for the end game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I talk to my sons about the narrative, because there was a different world 50 years ago. We didn't just get on the elevator and push the button ourselves to go up to the 9th floor. An elevator operator pushed the button. You know what I'm saying? There's no more secretaries. You understand what I'm saying? The world is continuously elevating and continuously changing. And this world will be 100% accepted, like whatever. And it seems almost, you know how like when a child is born, they're bald, they don't have any teeth, they can't walk, you know what I'm saying? But the elderly eventually come to the same state. They become bald at some point, they don't have any teeth, they need diapers, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff is like I almost feel like this world is going back to a crazy, like when we think about all the stuff that was going on in Rome, all that shit is coming back. We ain't gonna be here for it, but the world gonna be wild. Remember the Book of Eli?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, this is what makes us more honorable, sir, because again, we're not going to be here to see the benefits and reap the benefits, but we do want to set the wheel in motion. So if it's our grandkids or our great grandkids, whatever the case may be, but I just think it's a much bigger picture. And again, I agree with the fellas, but I'm just trying to spark one mind, man, one mind that might spark another mind that might change the world. But I just know inspiration is where it starts, and I'm going to hit the record button. We're going to, have these fruitful conversations that kind of spark conversation. You can build on top, you could build around, but nonetheless, we're going to set a foundation for building.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Sis, you the OG, sis. You deserve seniority, and
I know.
Listen, because you have the results. You are an inspiration, and you 50. Like, and you look good. You got your own hair, skin, golden, and all of that. Like,
living them life like golden.
You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, am I supposed to feel different if I'm 50 now?
But you look, I'm gonna tell you, bro. How old are you?
I'm 50 as well. I'll be 51 next month. Cancer gang.
So you already know.
Gang. What is
I'm right behind y'all. I'm Leo. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
You and Mr. Caleb Leos.
Let's go.
Yeah, yes, I am. I am. And I just, it is different. When we think about what we was when we got our first, when we went from single digits to 10, it was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I think the next milestone was 13. We became a teenager, you know what I'm saying? And then it was 16, we can drive, and you know what I'm saying? And then I think 18, and then 21, and then 25, and 30, and 35, and 40. It's definitely, when you get that, at 40, I will never forget 40. 40 was like, I don't give a fuck no more. Like,
I've been there at that point.
I seen you. I know.
I'll be like
40 will, you don't care. And 30, so your 20s, your teens, you think you don't actually know shit. Your 20s, you finding out a little bit more, but you still don't know shit. Your 30s, you done found it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you working towards getting better. Your 40s, you've gotten better, and you're not really for no dumb shit.
Yeah.
Your 50s, you coasting.
Well, I think I've gotten to the point where I was like, I don't give a shit is when mommy passed away. Because
let's go.
Like the matriarch mantle was like bestowed upon me. So now I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Yep. Happy birthday, OG, next month, man.
Happy birthday. I'm like, I don't be caring.
You're absolutely right.
We'll see what I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was, the 30s, you fixing your 20s, your 40s, you fixing the shit you fucked up in your 30s and the 50s, so on and so forth. But I felt like I reached veteran status. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't do the military. I never been locked up. Like, I never got any type of inheritance or lawsuit. Like, I built this shit from ground up.
Right.
And to be 50 years old, to survive, Bush and Reagan and Carter, and like, I've survived them all. It's been a war on drugs. It's been a war on me. My ops been trying to take me out. Girls been trying to take me out. The police been trying to take me out. Like, to make it to 50, like, I'm a fucking veteran. I might not be a veteran of the armed forces, but I've been out here, and I think there's certain stripes that come with that. So salute to y'all, 50 Club, and everybody that's going to be entering. I appreciate y'all.
I'm going to tell you something. There was a new energy on the earth. It's called hip hop. They came, and me and hip hop are brothers. If you look at when hip hop so-called started with Kool Herc back in the Bronx with the party, the back to school joint, that was August 11th, 1973. And I was born August the 16th, 1973. I'm 5 days different from hip hop.
Let's go.
So me and this motherfucker have been synonymous my entire fucking life.
It raised you.
It raised you. We was brothers. We grew up together. We 5 days apart. So it definitely, we had a
You
voice.
listen to everything it said. It ain't listen to everything you said. It raised you. Stop it. Look at my hat. Look at my hat. Hip hop ain't listen to nothing you said. What record you got out?
Hold up. You know I was an artist. You know I was signing Capitol Records.
What record you got? You can answer the question in faster. Instead of saying that, you could have just answered the question.
What records do I have?
Oh, here we go.
No.
Right.
Because there's a lot
you listen to hip hop, man. You could try to say all of what you want to say, Kylo.
No.
Hip hop ain't listen to you. It raised you. East Coast, West Coast, backpack hip hop, gangster rap. That shit raised you.
That's saying that your parent grew like y'all the same age.
You want me to prove it to you, sis? And that's why I keep cutting him off, because he's so wrong. You want me to prove it to him? He act like he was listening to hip hop when he was 0. Nigga, that shit ain't start making sense to you till you was like 13 or 14.
No, but you're wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
I'm not.
You getting ready to learn me.
I'm not
that. Let him finish his point.
Yeah, I only got you about 2 years, right? So I'm not talking about that. But like, I can't. For me to acknowledge the hip hop rate, like all of the pioneers are my motherfucking age, all of them except for Kool Herc. When you look at LL, when you look at KRS, when you look at Flavor Flav, when you look at Ice Cube, when you look at Jay-Z, when you look at Nas, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas is my motherfucking... You think I'm going to tell you that those niggas raised me? I was in Brooklyn. I'm a Baltimore nigga that was in Brooklyn hustling, and they was talking about hustling in New York coming down Baltimore. Like, we learned the same shit. I'm not going to say hip-hop raised me. We contribute to the motherfucker. Hip-hop is expression from us all as a collective. And we heard everybody's different stories from where the fuck they came from, be it down south or out west or New York or Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not going to say hip-hop raised me. That's not, I can give it to somebody that came the next generation down to say hip-hop raised them. Hip hop. Okay. I'm 5 days different from the creation of this culture.
Right. But you weren't listening to it when you were first conceived, Kylo. When did you? What's the first hip hop record you were able to understand? No,
Sugar Hill Gang was the
that you were able to understand.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
You was able to understand that song. How old were you when you heard it?
It was in the 70s.
How old were you when you heard it, sir?
6.
You were able to understand about that friend analogy he made with the chicken tastes like wood and all of that. You were able to understand that at 5 years old?
But that's the birth. That's all of that time period was still the formulation of it.
Right, and that's all I'm saying, Kylo, is that you were able to start to understand it at a later age. Yeah, you heard it in the 70s and you were able to recite it, but maybe when you were in high school, like those songs started to click, like, yo, that makes sense.
I was an artist in middle school myself.
Kylo, what's the name of your song? What's the name of your song, Kylo? Because I'm about to challenge you to a rap battle in a minute, because nobody listened to you. You listened to KRS and Rakim, and you said it. Nobody listened to Kylo, so you didn't teach them. They told you.
Hold up. Let me say it. Let me just say this.
We're getting ready to wrap up. We're gonna wrap up after this.
I understand what you're saying, but like I was actually with Marley Marl. I was actually I was a bar. Just hear what I'm saying. When the fucking symphony came out, I was in the actual fucking studio. You think I'm gonna actually a Baltimore nigga and on Houston and Bleecker in Manhattan? You think I'm gonna actually say them niggas raised me? The niggas are sitting right the fuck across in the studio with me. They raised me.
Yeah, because they made it on a record that you didn't make it on, bro. So how they make it on that record and you ain't make it on to that record, bro?
Because
if you was spitting such hot fire, why you ain't say hold up? Let me show y'all what I'm working with.
Yo, so the crazy thing is, because of where the fuck I was geographically born, which is why I'm a Middle East nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Middle East, meaning that like the East Coast where hip hop came from. I'm living from Georgia to Boston or Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the Maryland is in the fucking middle, and I'm saying Philly. Like New York ain't no different than motherfucking Jersey, ain't no different than fucking Philly, ain't no different than fucking Baltimore. Like they were all kind of
what songs they make about Philly and Jersey and Baltimore.
I'm saying
in New York they say if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. What songs they say about them?
New York only was spearheaded ahead of everybody because the money was there.
Kylo, I'm gonna invite you over to my show. We gonna have this conversation, me and you, man. We're gonna have a whole hip hop conversation, man, because I know exactly where to take this.
There's a lot of people know my songs though.
Okay,
yo, a lot.
Hook me up, man. Hit me on. We are friends on Instagram. Send me a DM.
I think not, brother. You can have it for verses tomorrow.
A versus?
Yeah, you know his schedule. You know Kylo is a busy man. So we're gonna, we'll connect on the DM and get some research done because I want to listen to the songs, be able to pull them up, and let's go ahead and Let's have a conversation about hip hop, because I think hip hop was fucked up by the West Coast.
I got some video. I got a video from 1993. I got a video from 1993.
Okay. I might dig something up too. I might be able to dig something up.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah, let's have some fun, man. Yo, let's get our final thoughts, man. Kylo, we appreciate you, man, taking time out your busy schedule. You know, I love you, bro. We have our conversations on the panel, but that's just, come on, man. This is entertainment. So,
it's we supposed to, because it actually strengthens us. You know what I'm saying? Still sharp and still, right?
That's a fact. So yeah, man, give your final thoughts. Let's do this.
My final thoughts is the feminization of the male is definitely alive and well. Fortunately for me, my youngest son, who's 11, when he was 9, he had a flaming teacher with a fro and nails, and as a teacher, me and his mother, we talked about the shit while we had the line in DTLR buying sneakers and shit. I said, because they did the meeting before the actual school started. I said, so I heard you met your teacher. He was like, yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? I said, so what you think about him? He was like, honestly, and he was 9. He's 11 now. He said, honestly, Dad, he's cool, but I just feel like he's going to be distracting. And I heard him say this shit, and I was like, God damn it, are y'all listening to the fucking kids? Y'all trying to push this fucking narrative so much. My son, that's 9, told me he don't think he gonna be able to put in the fucking, because of the fucking teachers distracting, not the kids, not the bad kids. But it's real and it's live, but I still feel solid in all my boys. And I feel, and my grandson, you know, that's a whole nother story. He ain't got no antics, but he too young for me to say how he's gonna be. But I'm a present grandfather. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's all we can do.
Indeed. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I agree with the fellas. Again, I just, was absolutely having conversation for the sake of just being able to have a wholehearted and full view of what society kind of sees from us as fellas, as husbands, as partners in the home or out. And this was fun, sis. Happy birthday. 50 looks good on you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. You are an inspiration.
Welcome.
So continue to inspire, continue to do what you do. I think the push is real for our boys. I think we should just be a little more conscious and present in how we celebrate fellas, how we celebrate men. I know all men shouldn't be celebrated. I know there's a lot of us that have things to work on, but I think the ones that do deserve celebration, the ones like Kylo, like Uncle Rick, like Fatty, like Nino, like point out when they do something good. I tell you guys a lot. You guys are inspirational. I admire you and I catch fire for it. Some men call me D-Riders and all of that, but I admire you guys. And when y'all doing something that I can incorporate into me as a man, as a husband, I'm going to do that. So y'all keep being y'all, keep doing what y'all do. And we going to continue to have these dope conversations. Sis, thank you for having me, man. Happy birthday. I love you. Thank you for coming into our lives. Your sister loves you so much. Y'all gardens are inspirational. And I love you. I can't say it enough. Shout out to OG Pops. Rest in peace, moms. Caleb, I love you, nephew. It is what it is, sis. You got us, and you can't shake us now, man.
Amen for that. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This was fun. The next part, Blueprints on the Man Thoughts. So you guys don't know, it's every 2nd and 4th Wednesday. So make sure you mark your calendars. For my guys, every 2nd and 4th Wednesday is Blueprint. I shouldn't have to hunt y'all down, okay? I think we have one more part to what about the men's, okay? We talked about the, men's turn the women into hools, and it's y'all fault because the men's turning to girls. We got one more part to go. And then I think I have satisfied travel 1. Okay.
We did something else. There ain't nothing else for us to do. What else we did?
It's one more part. But what about the men's? Okay.
Damn it, Travel One. Shit.
And then we can move back to our regularly scheduled program. But anything coming up this week, brother?
I don't know, man. We going through a lot. The roller coaster is definitely rolling. Rest in peace, Pumpy. I'ma miss you, young bro. That was my cat, Kylo. He's gone, and I'ma miss him. But on to the next chapter. So we gonna get the ashes and put them with the rest of the ancestors, and we gonna keep on pushing. But I don't know. Maybe something tomorrow because it is your birthday.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. You see this?
Look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Damn, I'm late.
Somebody look at this.
Somebody look at this. Goddamn cat.
Oh, you is a whole 3 hours late.
Get him.
Get out the bowl.
in the damn bowl. Cat drinking milk out the damn bowl. Look at this. Look at this, y'all.
You way late.
See BZ coming in here.
Okay. Hit the cash app to support the show.
Hey, y'all, I just got my first contract out of all these fucking years of doing branding and fucking, working with churches and Morgan State University and Verizon, all of these so-called, I got my first contract. I am pumped.
Let's go. Congratulations, bro.
Because now
go.
I understand the budget. I understand the conversation of the budget now.
Okay.
Because they gave me a nice budget that breaks down quarterly to several thousands of dollars.
Make it work.
So,
Make it work.
Congratulations.
That's what I've been waiting for. I feel like, God damn, I gotta be fucking damn near 52 before I get the contract.
Yes, this is what we've been talking about this for 3 years, Kylo. Our financial independence comes a little bit later. Like for people to not be willing to pour into us, to kind of like, I'm not gonna be a monster, but I'm not gonna be this high value man you want me to be at 20. There's no millionaires. It's hard. It's really hard, man.
Yeah.
That's all we saying. So congratulations to you for sticking with it, bro. And you know what I mean? Like solidifying that and making it work now, just show them that you deserve to be there. You know what I mean?
It's a learning curve. I'm not used to 90-day net. I'm used to when I do a work, I get paid immediately.
Right.
You got this. You got this.
But when I invoice, the invoices look crazy.
Yes, indeed.
So it's like,
yes, indeed.
That part.
Yeah. What up, Lit? What up, Lit? But yeah, sis, we love you, sis. You were in the middle of your final thoughts, sis.
I was. I was asking you what you got going for this week, and you were talking about.
I believe we're gonna do a verses for you if you would like to listen to some music, or we might just pull up some clips on you and keep the people for a little bit and have a little bit of fun. So I was doing a little bit of research. I seen a couple of things. Yeah, so we might light the machine up for a little bit tomorrow because it's your birthday. We love you so much, and let's go ahead and keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? Like turning the water into wine. Shout out to the Most High.
You doing Saturday?
Saturday, not sure. It's summertime. I think I might be outside.
You outside? You going outside?
Yeah, I might be trying to. Yeah, I might be outside. They don't miss me though. They don't miss me. I'll be back when I be back, y'all.
I might be outside.
Come on, sis. Talk about it. Don't tell them too much. But don't tell them too much. But that sounds good though. Get some fresh air.
Sunday, I think I'm gonna do something Monday. I think I got something scheduled for Monday. Okay. I'm gonna talk to the women's for a little bit. I'm gonna talk to the men's and then talk to the ladies.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to the ladies.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
And they don't want me because you know me, sis. I'm on a different type of time right now.
Here we go.
Who want that daddy? That's the daddy you want? Who want that daddy? He fell on nothing.
Oh, dang. Well, he done fell all over.
It was
Not
lightning. That's the
not
shit
point.
that kid. Kylo,
Not-
it was lightning.
Not Poindexter.
What he fell on? What he fell on?
What?
Pressure. He fell on pressure.
Shit built different.
And he tried to crawl back.
Oh my God.
And listen, I understand the provider in him, but I don't see the protector.
That's for sure. Oh my God.
I don't see the protector at all.
Yo, do y'all hear everybody crying in the house at the end? The mom's crying, the baby's crying. No one feels safe in that house.
But they running towards mom. Hold up. Hey, yo, brother. Yo, rewind selector. Yo, I just want you to go back to the pod there. See?
Don't know.
With a man.
What's up, the lightning right there?
I'm just trying to understand the kick. Look at the kick. Watch the kick. What's that about?
I don't know. Why is he trying to save the scooter though? What the scooter gonna do?
Yeah,
I think the scooter got whole cooked on him or something.
Leave the
scooter.
Yo,
brother, pussy on them, boy. That's it.
Oh my God, pussy on them.
Yo, Fossy boy there.
That is some crazy work.
Fossy.
That's crazy.
Kylo, you ain't shit. Kylo said, pussy on them.
That's some crazy work.
Yeah, nah, ladies, get you somebody that's not gonna be scared of the lightning. It was only lightning, y'all. Just be
Tom
careful.
says, "Fuck your mama."
Be careful out there.
And get a man that's not scared of the bugs, especially if you scared of the bugs like me.
Yes.
Make sure you have a man that's not scared of the bugs. Okay. Yes. I can't. Because if you scared and he's scared, then the spiders is just gonna just take over the whole house. You can't.
That is correct. That is correct. Or you'll be like my daughter, use a whole can of bug spray. Oh
my God, yes.
Yo, it's one bug.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. I've done it a couple times.
It's one bug that bothered me. I don't know if y'all. I know y'all seen this mother. I don't know where this motherfucker came from. But I think they call it. It's like a cricket spider. It looked like a little alien. You seen them shits?
No,
alien.
Yo,
it's two breeds, a cricket and a spider.
It's like a cricket and a spider. I'm telling you. And I have them in my fucking basement. And the first time I seen one was probably about 3 years ago. I never seen this shit ever before in my life. And I was like, what the fuck is that? They out there creating, but that ain't morph. Like somebody out here creating some shit.
Making new bugs.
Country somewhere. That's what
Watch
that
out, y'all. Watch out for the bugs.
They done hitched a ride on a plane or something like that and then landed in it.
You the devil.
I cannot.
What the fuck is that nigga name, yo? Y'all always what the fuck?
That's Pastor X.
Pastor who?
X.
Pastor Troy. Pastor P's.
Pastor P's like we used to say. Come on.
Pastor P's like we used to. Hey,
wow.
I got
Sis, what are you sipping? What you sipping for your birthday over there?
Yeah, what are you sipping? You remember, y'all remember I used to be wild?
Used to be?
Used to be?
Don't think I'm still wild?
You the devil.
Kyle.
Nah, you are a little more subdued.
Don't let me.
What's going on with you? What's going on? What's with this new demeanor?
Ty, we not tame, more tame.
Out. Well, yeah.
He is a little more.
You
Yeah.
know,
What
you know why, brother? Because he don't got that darn cup.
No, I got a glass though.
Yeah.
No,
He been tasting.
No, the glass don't have nothing to do with it. It has to be the cup.
It gotta be the cup.
The
This
cup.
motherfucker
Oh,
rich. It's
it
on
get
my
crazy in the cup. Okay.
It has
get
to be
crazy.
the cup.
I retired it.
Oh shit! There it is. There it is.
Over there. Leave it.
There it is. There it is.
Kyle, do you remember that night when you and B9 spent 6 hours going back and forth?
B9,
I remember it.
B9, yo, that's my guy. But I do remember it.
That was dope. That was good content, man.
Yes.
I miss.
But do you remember the part when you and him was talking about Baltimore niggas and DC niggas?
Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And B9 said, that's right. We're going to get together and we're going to fuck that nigga B9 up. And he's B9. I was like, oh my.
Yo.
I was no good the rest of the night. Y'all were crazy.
B9, I mean, we went. Yo, where that nigga Diesel at? That nigga Diesel fucked me up one day.
Oh, he had to work.
That nigga Diesel.
How you know, sis? How you know he had to work tonight?
What?
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when
Damn.
I don't know what my brother.
Well,
nice.
That's my time.
2000 party.
The fucking Varnell Hill show. Varnell American, shaboing boing.
Shaboing boing.
The Varnell man can.
Somebody said that I should bring back the smoke shows.
You should bring back the smoke show.
Smoke, damn.
Cause
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Sis, I don't know.
I should bring
smoke. Smoke. God damn.
Yeah.
That's when y'all used to act up the most on the smoke shows.
Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold
I think we different now, man. We've elevated now.
No,
sis. You know what I mean?
No, I gotta remember.
Going corporate.
I be going corporate, and I'm 50.
That's right.
I'm 50.
Happy birthday.
I got real good. But you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing it back and letting somebody else like run it.
You should put up a poll.
Okay.
You should put up a poll.
Our smoke shows used to be like competing.
Hey, what's the
times like?
Hey,
what's
the crazy? What's the stalker name? I forgot his name.
Who's the stalker?
Who was the stalker?
Yo.
God damn.
Who was the stalker, Kyle?
Oh my gosh, what was this? The cop.
Oh, the cop.
Look at it. What you
I see her. What are you eating? What you drinking? What you eating? Just got hungry? Wait a minute. Is this snack time?
The stalking.
Who's that, sis?
Who's that, sis?
You know what, Kyle? You messy as shit right now.
No.
What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
I'm not touching that. All right. All right.
You know, now I had to put a whole restraining order.
That's
a minute.
Bro, you remember.
Wait a minute.
He know who we're talking about. Brother knew.
Yeah, I know.
Brother was here for the whole thing.
Wait, me?
Yeah. Who else do it? I had to do an expose on.
Rewind selector.
No comment.
Comment. Yeah, no comment.
All right.
Man, goddamn.
Kyle, I'm gonna do Kyle and E Black greatest hits.
Oh, now that's a show. Right there. That's a show right there.
I miss Ted. Like I miss Ted. Ted was like the fucking back. Ted was just spoke his mind. Was cool, calm, and collected.
Okay.
I'm just, I'm gonna do like a series of just you and E Black.
Damn. Me and E Black.
Mm-hmm. Cause y'all two was like my problem children.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't think Hink was. Hink was.
Hink just like to say bald headed hoes all the time.
Hey, heifers and heifers too, and don't forget heifers.
Right. And leaving them at the restaurant and stuff.
We do a Kylo E Black. That fucking.
It's gonna be you got Kylo and E, the best of Kylo and E Black. Yes. Mm-hmm. I gotta do that because y'all two was just my problem children.
Damn.
Yeah. I got it. It is 12:18 and in 2 minutes I was born.
Wow, we're gonna hang around.
Little chocolate.
It's the girl. They ain't had no sonograms back then, boy. They ain't no fucking sonograms.
No,
well, you had to wait.
Story time. Guess what? I was born early and I wore only 1 pound and 4 ounces.
Shout out to the preemies.
And I had this picture of my dad, and so mad that picture's gone. My dad was holding me in his hand, like I could fit literally in his hand. That's how tiny I was.
OG pops.
Yeah, your pops, boy.
And back then, it was like very rare for a baby born like that and that small to even survive.
Yep.
Here I am 50 years later.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
Gang. That's dope.
The gang.
Super dope, man. Life is it's still going.
Right.
We still here, y'all. You know what I mean? We lose people every day, whether it's personal, celebrities, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Michael K. Williams. You know what I'm saying? They came to Baltimore, and definitely at that time he stamped me. He stamped me, and he played a part in elevating me in my t-shirt game. He stamped me every chance he could get. And his whatever he was doing in his personal life, he was a giver. I'm gonna tell you. And I miss him. It's kind of foul what happened to him. But shout out to Michael K. Williams.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, fellow Brooklyn Knight.
You already know.
You already.
Why gotta be fun snap snicker?
And still as big as a fun size snicker. That's fun size, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Fun size.
I missed something. What happened?
Snickers. Something about a snicker.
Oh.
Fun size joints. Little, put 2 or 3 in your mouth at one time. Lord Jesus.
What is this talking about?
Shame. Hood booger. Shame. Hood booger. Shame. Goodbye. Shame.
Y'all doing out here? I got my happy juice. Okay.
Yes, let's go.
I had fun with you guys tonight. Oh, this was good conversation. I have fun.
Before you go, sis, I gotta get you for one more clip before you go. What would you say to the 49-year-old you now that you are no longer in your 40s or the 40s you? What would you say?
What would I say? Fuck them bitches. Okay.
I know that's damn.
That was pretty accurate.
I like it. I like it.
That's pretty accurate.
I like it. Salute this. Happy birthday, yo. This was fun.
I think I would say be more conscious of your health, right? Because a lot of times, especially us Black women's, we don't, either you haven't been taught or you're not paying attention to the things that are happening within your body. You're just pushing it off on, oh, maybe I'm just feeling this way or whatever, or it's just my personality, and not understanding that a lot of times it has to do with our hormonal imbalances, perimenopause, and all that kind of stuff. So I would say to my younger self, because I learned a lot of things within the last, I'll say 6 years, right, that I should have known like earlier, and I could have prevented a lot of things, health-wise, and emotionally and mentally as well, because a lot of times we don't understand that our hormones and things do affect our mental health, our emotional health. So make sure you start early doing your research, taking the right supplements, doing your herbal and traditional remedies, getting away from making sure if you a big back bitch, lose some weight. Okay. I'm thick, no hoe, you fat. Okay. Because the older you get, the harder it gets on them knees, on them joints. You could think, oh, I go to the doctor, I don't got diabetes now, but baby, okay, look, it's gonna catch up to you. So if you got a big back, you need to lose your big back. Okay. Get in the gym, lose some weight, get healthy, stop using all these chemicals on your skin, in your body. Because once you get the older you get, the more it's going to affect your body, and it's harder to heal yourself. Not everybody is fortunate as me and sis, to be conscious and, nurturing to be able to take on the responsibility of doing herbal healing for ourselves and our family. So everybody doesn't have that mindset. Everybody not a witch like us. You know what I'm saying? So start now. If you're young, in your 30s, 40s, start now, because the older you get, it's going to get harder to stay healthy. And you want to stay healthy for your husband, for your children, and for yourself. So that's what I would say.
Appreciate that, sis. Appreciate that. All right, sis, get us out of here.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in and having some fun with me. And thank you for everybody that sent the super chat, everybody that sent the cash app. Shout out to OG Speed. He did send a $5 a cash app. Thank you so much. I'm waiting on Kyle.
Ooh, OG. Salute.
Kyle, you got that contract, Kyle. I want some points.
Spread the love. Spread the love. Spread love is the Brooklyn.
Whenever you come back, I don't know. You probably don't. I don't know when you're gonna come back to Baltimore, but I got 2 boats.
Hey, good luck. Good luck with that. We tried to sell that. She ain't buying that.
Oh no. We gonna go out on the water.
Let's go.
Did you got your boats?
Kylo, I'm gonna call you, man. We gonna hang out, man. I'm in Baltimore too, man. So we gotta hang out, man. We definitely gotta have a cigar at least, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course I know what you mean.
No, what y'all should do is we should do a realistic vibes meetup.
Okay.
We can we broadcast from the boat one day?
Y'all can. Y'all gotta do it. Yeah, and then we just do a show.
You said something about a meetup, so we're gonna have to think about something. We were talking about it. We were thinking maybe North Carolina is a nice point that everybody can kind of navigate to, and it won't be too bad. So let's talk about that and see what we could do. I'm pretty sure Kylo is down. We just got to give him notice. He's a busy man.
I used to live in Charlotte.
Okay,
I know all the spots.
Look at that. Look at that, man.
I used to live in North Carolina too, and I know a lot of people in North Carolina.
Yeah, shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to North Kakalaki.
Let's go.
I know some people in North Carolina.
Okay. So yeah, man, we definitely get this together, man. Sis, get us out of here though, for real, man.
Okay, all right, bye.
As soon as the show over, he do like this. Well, I'm ready to go.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know what we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here, ain't stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Why? Cause they know I go again. And when they get it right, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. Yo, we don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win. And I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't cover my name cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown and they ask who should rock it. I tell them it's me. I'ma always win.
Good show.